What is your American dream?
I'm from the Philippines. My American dream is to have a job wherein I can help people to achieve their dreams, which is the most important thing for me.
I'm American. I was born in New York, and my American dream is to constantly learn and grow and use whatever God's given me to help as many people as I can.
I'm from Belgium, and my American dream is to bring laughter and joy into people's lives through comedy.
My family background is West Indian with roots in Curacao, Guyana, and Puerto Rico. My American dream is to live in a country where everybody loves and respects one another.
My background is Irish and African American. My American dream would be to make enough to live a happy and fulfilling life.
Everyone has a right to the American dream.
Well, Spar & Bernstein has been nothing but great to me throughout my trials. I mean, it's 5 years into this car accident, and they never gave up on me, never. And in everything, they fought for me, and I am so proud to tell everyone, don't even wink for a moment. Use Spar & Bernstein. My lawyer here, Mr. Barack, has been a cage animal. He wanted to go on trial, but thank God we settled out of court, and it was something that I'm very, very happy about. So everyone, I'm telling you, I'm not just making stories up. You have to use this law firm. Spar & Bernstein is the best, worldwide best.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
The outcome of your divorce can affect you for the rest of your life. If you don't have the right attorney, you could literally be paid through the nose forever.
That's right, Brad. For example, did you know that half the money you put into your retirement during your marriage is up for grabs in your divorce? So a disagreement as to when your marriage exactly ended could cost you thousands of dollars from your hard-earned retirement fund. And let's say you bought a house together. Factors like who's paying the bills, who paid the down payment, and whether you're receiving rental income can all affect your settlement in huge ways.
If you're having family law issues, if you're having matrimonial issues, you need attorneys who are going to fight hard for you. Call the matrimonial department, the family law department here at the law offices of Spar & Bernstein.
This is an attorney advertisement. Prior results do not guarantee similar outcomes.
All of us are done through Mr. Bernstein. It started from my mom right up to the siblings. So we are so grateful for Mr. Bernstein. The ins and outs takes us almost 3 years.
And now you're with your children?
Yes, I'm with them.
How does it feel to be with your kids now?
Oh, it's joyful, joyful. So I'm heading on to the next phase now. Thank you, Mr. Bernstein.
Okay.
What is your American dream?
I was born in New York. My American dream is music, and DJing is the one thing that I love.
My family's from Puerto Rico. I was born and raised in the Bronx. My American dream is to achieve success and prosperity through my hard work.
I am from India. I do hope that each one of us realize our own humanity and start helping each other succeed. We are all humanity, and that's the least we should be able to do.
I am from Poland. My American dreams be close to my kids and my grandkids, be happy, enjoy daily life. My dreams are very humble.
I'm from Suriname, South America. My American dream is to take advantage of opportunities to excel at my talents.
Everyone has a right to the American dream.
Oh, hello there. Did you miss yesterday's episode of the Brad and Squeeze Show? Well, you missed a ton of stuff. First of all, Brad lost his Super Bowl bet to Squeeze and he had to pay up. Then, Squeeze was freezing in the studio. No heat. And then we met this amazing woman named Nora Sandiego. She has power of attorney for over 1,000 children whose parents are in deportation. And what's going to happen today? Well, you better just tune in and find out. Back to dancing.
Yeah.
That is Sam.
For some reason, it seemed like Sam rushed the intro this time.
Sam, well, I don't know.
Sam, or someone did not feed Sam.
Maybe someone didn't feed Sam. Sam seemed to be jumping all over the place there.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, your Eagles fans, Squeeze.
Yeah, what about them?
Your Eagles fans, they apparently trashed Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Told you that yesterday.
You did. They absolutely trashed
So what
it.
they did to the Ritz-Carlton awning?
No, I did not.
Maybe we should take a look.
Do we have a look?
Yeah.
Do we have anything to see what they trashed?
They trashed the Ritz-Carlton awning.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it.
Oh, you don't?
There it is. What is that? That's a picture of what?
There's a video.
Of them trashing?
Yeah.
I don't know if we have the video or not.
Yeah.
Well, Trump has... Forget it. We don't like to talk about Trump.
Hey, listen.
Yes.
We're both equal in the
Well,
show.
forget
so you can
it.
talk about whatever
We
the hell
don't.
you
We don't
wanna
like to talk about Trump.
Talk about. All right, there we go.
Oh, there it is. Trashing Philadelphia.
Trashing. That's the awning of the Ritz-Carlton.
The awning of the Ritz-Carlton in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Some guy climbed up on. There's another video with a guy who climbed up on it and just went backwards. I guess I don't know if they caught him, but it looked like he hit
What do
the
you
ground.
think they did at the Ritz-Carlton if people are staying there?
What do you think True Security is going to do with 10,000?
You know what that just reminded me of? You see the movie Argo?
Oh yeah. That's
when they're about to ransack the U.S. Embassy and the guards are like behind there, like, what should we do? And they're like, all right, let's open the door and ask them to leave. And they opened the door and then they just all went rushing in, and then that started the hostage crisis in Iran back in the 1970s.
Yeah, I remember that. That movie was a good movie with Ben Affleck, right?
With Ben Affleck, very good movie. When there were like 5 or 6 American consular officers.
Right.
Okay, they were in the visa section. So the 6 people who were in charge of giving the visas out to the Iranians, they were in a different part of the U.S. Embassy.
Right.
They escaped to the Canadian consulate and then lived in the Canadian consulate for about, 100 some odd days until Ben Affleck, brought them out, snuck them out of Iran. Now, it wasn't really Ben Affleck. It was a CIA agent. It was Ben Affleck playing it in the movie. But he did a very good job of making me believe that he was actually doing it. It's called acting, Squeeze.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm good at acting.
Yes. By the way, nobody says hello to us this morning?
This morning?
This afternoon? Not one person said hello? Nobody likes us anymore? Or am I looking at the wrong feed?
Maybe looking at the wrong feed.
I'm looking at the wrong feed. No wonder. Okay. I should be looking at the law offices of Spar and Bernstein feed. Is that where we should be looking? Oh, there it is. Oh, everybody did say hello to us, Squeeze. I'm completely off. Hello, Tamika and Carol and Natalie and Beverly and Marge Higgs. Jill Gould. Why are you only saying hello to one person? Jill Gould should be saying hello to everybody. Hubert, Natalie, and Kimmy Kim Kim from London.
Kimmy Kim Kim.
Kimmy Kim Kim.
Kimmy Kim Kim.
So Trump threatens to shut down the government next week. He said unless he gets a $30 billion wall, a big, shiny, tall wall going across all of the southern border of the United States. Every time the Democrats say no, he says that's it. The wall gets 1 foot taller. It is now at least going to be 50 feet tall. It's going to cross the entire southern part of the United States. He says it will be beautiful. It will be big. It will be huge. He's looking forward to building this wall, Squeeze.
He's looking forward
and he will shut down the government, and he is going to tell all the dreamers to leave the United States unless he starts seeing cement. That's what's going on in the world. Now, at the same moment that he's doing that, 2 things are happening, Squeeze.
What are the 2 things, Brad?
Okay, 2 things that are happening. Okay, number one, just on a nice note, just from a public relations standpoint, Vicente Fox, the former president of Mexico, says he'll take all the dreamers. They're all very smart people. They all went to U.S. colleges, and he thinks that they have a lot to offer. He says Mexico will take everybody.
You know, that is so true.
It's very true. Mexico will take everybody.
The new superpower
and
next door.
And you want to know what? It's not bad. It's better weather there, right?
Yeah.
They make a better taco bowl than a Trump Tower. I mean, think about it, right? So if it's but more importantly, Squeeze, more importantly, in all seriousness, okay, President Trump has boasted that the stock market has gone to record numbers, yet it is plunging by the moment every day now.
Yeah,
plunging by the moment. So believe it or not.
How much money do you have in the stock market?
Not a lot. But believe it or not, Squeeze. But believe it or not, believe it or not, okay, you're only as good as a president if you're making the people who are propping you up in power money. Think about this. If everybody who wants President Trump to be literally thrown out of office, have the Democrats sweep in, have a total investigation, it is so much more likely when the stock market's going down than when the stock market's going up. Watch how many friends he has.
Oh yeah, that's
Squeeze.
true. That is very, very true.
Think about it. Nobody talks about it except Brad.
When people are losing money.
That's right. That's right.
No.
Nobody talks about it but Brad. You haven't seen it anywhere. Trust me.
Let me give it a phrase.
What?
Everything is funny when you're making money.
That's right.
Everything sucks
when
there's
got
no bucks. All right.
Right. Somebody famous once said that, right?
Yes.
And I am telling you, trust me. Nobody has. You haven't seen it on CNN. You haven't seen it on Fox. You haven't seen it on. You're seeing it here first. There will be a direct correlation.
Yep.
Between more important than any investigation Mueller does or anything else, because whatever investigation he does, if everybody's making money, Squeeze, they're going to find some stooge Republican to keep Trump in power. As soon as the stock market goes down, people are losing money. They're going to say, "Screw Trump. We want him out of here."
Yep.
Watch this.
Yep.
I know what I'm talking about, Squeeze. Am I right or wrong? Do you think I have some validity there?
Do you know of anyone who lost any money recently and they were pissed?
No, I know a lot of people who lost money. They're very, very happy. Very, very, very happy people. Look at you. You're smiling. You look very happy.
I'm looking at you and looking at me.
Very
I'm looking at you and looking at me.
Very happy people. So that's what I think. Okay? All right? As
you lose a lot of friends when they're losing money.
When they're losing money.
And that's all I got to tell you. A lot of friends.
So as I was watching the stock market go down the last 2 days, I was saying to myself, I wonder if Trump will have this many friends if the stock market keeps going down. We will see.
You never know.
Yeah.
You
never know. You never know. So, what is Tamika eating? Essie? What is Essie?
I don't know what Essie is.
I don't know what Essie is either. ESSI. Do we know what that is?
No.
You know what I ate today, Squeeze, for lunch? McDonald's. You want to know why, Squeeze?
Why?
Because it says the Japanese scientists have found the cure for baldness, Squeeze.
Okay.
And it's located within the Golden Arches. I am not making this up. Okay. A stem cell research team from the Yokohama National University has said that a simple method to regrow hair is from the silicone that is added to the McDonald's fries to stop the cooking oil from frothing. So preliminary tests have indicated that the groundbreaking method is likely to be just as successful when transferred to human skin. So if you go to McDonald's and you, instead of eating the French fries, you rub the French fries in your hair, which is what I have been told to do.
Knock yourself out, man.
I'm going to try it.
Knock yourself out.
Okay? I went for a quarter-pounder meal. I ate the quarter-pounder, and I rubbed the French fries in my hair. At some point, Squeeze, if you see a lot of people doing that, you'll know they watch the Brad and Squeeze show. What do you think? I'm just telling you what the Japanese scientist says. They call the McDonald's French fry, I can't make this stuff up, Squeeze, the Holy Follicle for hair growth.
The Holy Follicle.
The Holy Follicle of hair growth.
The Holy Follicle.
All right, why don't you tell people to share and let's get to immigration. I'm just telling you what I'm reading. I don't want anyone to believe that I actually rubbed a French fry in my head. Do you really think I would have rubbed a French fry in my head?
I do.
No, I did not rub a French fry in my head.
I can see you locked up in your bathroom with about 12 burgers.
I got a burger in the mouth and I'm going like this.
Juicing each of them out.
Right.
And getting the juice out just to rub on your head.
Oh my God.
And you make sure the bathroom door is like double locked, although you're the only one in your apartment.
I know.
All right, so once again, folks, let me just officially introduce the show. My name is David Squeeze Anarchy, and I'm here with Bradford H. Bernstein, the attorney. And we are the Brad and Squeeze Show. And we are asking you right now to call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-LAW-LINK. 1-800-529-5465 with your immigration questions. By way of Mr. Bernstein, he'll answer those questions. We're also asking for you to place your questions on the Facebook page, because we are doing Facebook Live right now, the Brad and Squeeze page. Make sure you place your questions there. And of course, our Kim Moore will actually read those questions off later on right here within the show.
No, it's not Kim Moore. We have a guest SMG today.
All right. Let me do it all over again.
Yes, please.
And our SMG Kim Moore will read those off later on. Later on, you'll see what Kim Moore looks like. Looks more like Patrice, but you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. I was rudely interrupted by Brad and somebody in my ear as I was going to make a funny out of it, but I was going to say Kim turned black, but you know, Jesus, I can't even make a joke.
We didn't know the joke was coming, Squeeze.
That's the problem.
We didn't know it was coming.
Has anyone ever told you that you're premature?
No. My hair growth.
You know, I always have something up my sleeve. I told you before she left, I said, I'm going to have fun with you today.
Wait, by the way, wait till you want to talk about hair growth.
By the way, that's her name, Wait.
Wait, that's right. Wait is going to be doing our SMG. But wait, another day. We don't have time today. But one day I'm going to tell...
We have 2 hours and we don't have time.
We don't have time. Yeah. But one day I'm going to tell the Brad Squad and the Team Squeeze about my hair growth Larry David moment. I've told you that story, right?
No.
With the hair follicle in the turkey sandwich?
No.
I never told you about that?
Wrong black friend you told.
I've told you that story.
No,
the hair follicle in the turkey sandwich.
No, you did not.
Yes.
Did not.
All right, another day.
All right, no problem. I think you should,
What? It's a funny story, Squeeze.
So why don't you tell it?
Because it goes too long. We don't have time. We got to answer. We have 2 people on hold already for immigration questions. No problem. Ask everybody to share, please.
All right, so once again, folks, as I was saying, later on we have Kim Moore. You'll see what she looks like. However, her name starts with P. Her first name, their last name starts with a W. Let's see what it is I'm talking about. All right. And of course, what's the matter with BTFU? BTFU.
Back the F up.
All right.
We can say it.
Where's Kim?
Back the F up.
Where's Kim?
Back it up.
Where's Kim?
She asked for the evening off today.
Did she have off like all of last week?
Yes, she did. She seemed to have gotten last week. She said she had like a 24-hour virus that turned into a week.
Right.
She has a 2-hour virus now, she said.
Okay.
A 2-hour virus she has.
So later on, okay, we'll get to that. But right now, I need for everybody to just share. Share all the Facebook pages sharing all your friends' pages, and just build up our following right here on the Brad and Squeeze Show. We're getting ready right now. What is that?
We're teaching people how to share, Squeeze.
Okay. All right. They're teaching you how to share, folks. So check that out. All right. And there you go. There we go.
Why don't you tell them to share, how to do it, what to do, come on.
You know what? What would be nice is this should be narrated.
So, you're supposed to narrate it.
Oh, I'm supposed to?
Yes.
Narrate what it is that's going on.
Narrate, correct.
Yeah. No.
You make me very irate when you don't talk.
You need a nice, sexy voice.
You have the nice, sexy voice.
No. I need a nice, sexy lady voice.
By the way, did you see the Eli Manning, Odell Beckham Jr.?
You asked me about that yesterday.
Can you imagine me and you doing the dirty dance?
No, absolutely not.
You wouldn't do the dirty dance with me?
No.
Do you think I could lift you above my shoulders?
Listen, I said I wouldn't be doing it.
Do you think I could lift you above my shoulders?
I would not be doing it.
Can I lift you above? Say yes or no.
I would not be running and making you pick me up.
You would not run? No. I bet you.
Next thing you grab me by my schlong.
I bet you. If you run to me, I could definitely lift you up. I may hurt my shoulder, but I could definitely lift you up.
Brad? No.
Yes.
It's not going to happen.
You will not try. Can you imagine I do it and we both collapse?
That was a very gay moment right there.
What? On the...
yeah.
I thought it was funny.
It was funny, but it was a very gay moment.
I don't think it was gay.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny. I thought it was the best commercial. What are you so gay-phobic about?
I'm not. I didn't say I was gay-phobic. I'm just saying it was two men dancing like women.
They weren't dancing like women. First of all, Patrick Swayze... And it was Patrick Swayze and
a woman.
And a woman, correct.
Right. And it's 2 men doing it.
Right.
That's not gay.
I didn't think it was gay.
Of course you would.
Come on.
By the way, I like your pink shirt.
Is that gay too?
No. No, not at all. It's a beautiful pink shirt.
Thank you. What other gay things would you like to point out?
No. Listen, I believe in equal opportunity and I believe in equality. All right? Dr. Martin Luther King fought for that. All right? And it's Black History Month.
Right.
So, no, I'm not biased in any way, shape, or form.
But you were just pointing out.
As a matter of fact, that's not true.
What were you actually pointing out
I
then?
am very biased.
What are you biased about?
What I'm biased about,
yeah,
you know, it's the same thing you spoke about when the show started.
Which is?
Anytime, everything is funny when you're making money, but everything sucks when you're making bucks.
So you,
if I'm losing money, I'm biased.
You are not a racist. You're not a homophobe.
No.
But you are a what's the word I'm looking for? When
I don't know.
When you're a classist.
No,
an
I'm not a
elitist.
classist. No, that has nothing.
Are
to
you
do
an
with losing
elitist?
money. What's the relevance of that with losing money?
Because people who have money have a certain level of status,
Everybody.
and people who have less money, and then
Everybody.
you just said, "I'm into being an elitist.
That
I'm
makes
into people with money."
I know the poorest of people that lose money. I know the richest of people that lose. So
I'm just double checking that you're not saying
I
you're
don't
an elitist.
understand how classist and elitist fits in with
Because
somebody
you
who's
just
losing
said,
money.
I don't
So
like-
you're saying the poor guy out on the street that's losing money every day is an elitist?
What I'm saying. Yes, that's what you said.
No.
You just said, let's back it up a little bit. Okay, let's back
it up all you want.
I will back it up.
Yeah.
You just said I'm actually biased on one thing. I'm biased against people who don't have money, who lose money. So that means people who have money, you're more interested in. Is that what you said?
Do you know the term box food out of your mouth? Do you know that term?
Are you pulling patois on me?
I'm asking you a question.
Are you pulling patois on me?
Do you know the term?
I don't know the term.
Box food out of your mouth.
I don't know the term.
Okay, I think you should ask somebody. Somebody is going to tell you. All right?
Let's see.
Somebody on Facebook tell Brad what it means when somebody's boxing food out of your mouth. All right?
All right.
But anyway, we should do the show.
Let's go to Miss Thompson in Orlando, Florida. Miss Thompson.
Hello there.
Hello.
Hi, Miss Thompson. How are you?
Yes, I'm okay.
What's
Wonderful.
Yes, I'm okay. My question is now. I have a question. I'm in Orlando, Florida. My time is not up as yet. I'm from Jamaica, but my time is not up as yet. But there's stuff going on in Jamaica in my parish.
Where are you from? Are you from St. James?
Yes.
Oh, so yeah.
And my entire family is here. So I'm planning and filing an asylum.
There's a state of emergency in Jamaica until May, in the
Yes.
St. James area, the Montego Bay area.
That's not a reason to apply for asylum.
Right. So I just
because
wanted you
there's
to
not a
explain
state of emergency everywhere, and even if there was a state of emergency everywhere, that's just a dangerous situation to go back to. Really, because nobody says that you can't go back. You can file for asylum because you can't go back to your town. It's you have to file asylum because you can't go back to your country. So what the United States will say is, okay, there's a state of emergency in this particular parish, but there's, 11 other parishes? How many parishes are there in total?
There are 14 parishes.
14. So there's 13 other parishes that you can go to. Now, you may not have a home there. You may not know where to live there, but that's not what the law says. So that's not a reason for asylum.
Okay.
All right.
That's my question.
Okay.
Thank you.
So what I would suggest you do is this. You may have a second question is, I'd like to stay. What should I do? And then what you should do is hold on and make a consultation with us, okay?
Okay. So you want me to call you?
No, I want you to hold on. 1-800-SQUEEZE.
Yep.
529-SQUEEZE. 5465-SQUEEZE.
1-800-LAWLINK.
Correct.
Right now. So you know what? I'm going to stop sharing right now.
Stop sharing.
All right, you want me to stop sharing?
I want you to announce the telephone number.
I will
Squeeze.
stop sharing on personal pages.
Stop sharing.
Stop sharing.
Stop sharing.
And
and announce the telephone number, Squeeze.
Do I go back sharing? I'm not going to go back
Why
sharing.
can't you share and announce the number at the
What do
same
you want me
time,
to do? The
Squeeze?
same thing, you know,
Why can't you do
share-
both at the same time? Why can't you press a button and talk at the same time?
I feel like the gopher right now.
The gopher.
By the way, this is what Brad wants me to do. I'm asking everyone once again to call the number 1-800-LAWLINK for your questions. We got Patrice coming up, a.k.a. Kim Moore, a.k.a. Patrice. She's probably going to get upset with me at that. But share. By the way, folks, it's Patrice Waite that's coming up with the social media segment today. But please share on all the pages. Brad, what number are we up to?
140, Squeeze.
I know. And why is that?
Because people aren't sharing, Squeeze.
Okay. ladies and gentlemen, we need for you to share. All right? Please share the Facebook page, Brad and Squeeze. All right? Share it everywhere. Okay? Everywhere.
By the way, Natalie McLean's, Natalie Nichols says, I'm being very nice today. I don't know if she's being sarcastic or not.
No, because she knows that you are more, you're normally more lambasting.
Really? I haven't done any lambasting
You've done
yet.
some.
Well, just watch. We still have an hour and 45 minutes to go.
Because you always try to beat up on me.
Right. We have an hour and 45
You like to dish it up, but you don't like to take it.
I don't. I'm very sensitive. We have an hour and 45 minutes to go, Squeeze, so you never know what lambasting will come out of my mouth at some point. Right now, I don't feel like... You want to know why I don't feel like lambasting?
Whenever I say something that annoys Brad, he goes like this.
You want to know why I don't feel like lambasting right now? Because Jill got me a nice 1.5-pound lobster right before the show started, so I ate. I'm very well fed, and I feel good to go.
You know, that's the reason why one day I will not be on the show. That's one of the reasons.
Because we didn't get you a
One
lobster.
reason went by earlier this month.
Because we didn't,
but
we didn't get you a lobster.
This is number 2 reason.
Jill, show Squeeze the picture of the lobster you gave me, all right? I don't want him to feel jealous, but it was a nice lobster.
Hey, it's all good.
It was a nice lobster.
It's all good.
It's all good.
It's all good.
All good.
All good, man.
Well, if you came a few minutes earlier, you would have had I would have shared it with you.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. That's terrible. All right, Karen.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi, Karen. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm enjoying the fun.
Karen, can you believe that Brad got himself lobster before the show started and did not get me one? He's now turning red like one, too.
I want you to know something. I want you to know something.
Isn't that selfish?
That's
very selfish,
wait,
Karen. He's a good attorney, a good immigration attorney. He's got, in my opinion, the best law firm, but he's the worst friend.
No, that's the McDonald's that I was rubbing on my...
He's the worst friend.
Make it up to you.
But I was trying to make it up. That's the problem, okay? Because yesterday, Squeeze says, how come you're not giving any food? So then I said, okay, Jill, surprise Squeeze when he comes in. We'll get, because we've been yelling lobsters. I told Jill to go out and get a lobster. We had the lobster waiting. It's sitting there since 5 o'clock. It's already now 5:25. No Squeeze. He's nowhere to be found.
The show starts at 5:30.
That's right. So I said, screw it. I got to eat the lobster because it was going to be freezing cold after the show. So I ate the lobster. It was very good. I feel very satisfied. Then Squeeze comes in. He goes, what? No food?
You know what I think, Brad?
Well, how can I give you food?
I think you should just answer Karen's question.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Karen, what's your question?
Hi, Brad. I just wanted to find out. My adult child wants to sponsor me, and she'll turn 21 in the summer. Do I have to wait until after her 21st birthday to start the process, or can I start before?
Are you watching?
Yeah, but it's a delay. So
it's a delay. That's very true. The answer is you have to wait till 21.
Okay.
All right. I thought you were watching. I was just nodding my head. No,
She's going to see that in a few seconds.
No, I'm actually on the phone. I'm not.
You're not watching.
On Facebook Live.
Okay, fine.
Today.
All right. Yeah, the answer is you got to wait till she's 21. But on her 21st birthday, she can file. You don't have to wait till 21 in a day. So literally what you do is you have everything prepared about a month before she turns 21. On her birthday, you're going to give her a present. Happy birthday. And then she's going to give you a present by filing for you. Okay?
Thank you so much. I appreciate
You're welcome.
it.
Thank you so much for calling, Karen. And remember to spread the word, all right?
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you so much. Once again, folks, it's the Brad and Squeeze Show powered by USA Credit Repair Inc.com. Do remember to check it out. Go to the website, usacreditrepair.inc.com, or go to @USA Credit Repair on Facebook. Let's get to another call.
All right, let's go to Travis. I will never nod again because I just realized there is a delay between the call and the Facebook feed, so that didn't make any sense for people. Okay, right. Travis, what's going on?
Hello?
What's going on?
Hey, Travis, what's up?
Hey, Brad.
Yes.
I'm actually one of your clients, and I'm calling to say I'm very happy.
Good. What happened?
That's good.
I had a waiver done through you.
Yes.
I'm back here.
Wonderful. How'd it go?
Oh, it's great.
So
I just want to let everybody know that it does work. With you, a lot of things are possible, and you give my family and me an opportunity that I didn't have for 18 and a half years.
Wow.
Yes, and my name is not Travis, but I don't want to put my name on the radio.
You don't have to. You don't have to. Now, Travis, let me ask you a question. Okay, and thank you for calling. By the way, believe it or not, I had no idea you were going to call. I mean, we didn't set this up, right?
Nope.
Swear to God,
Brad
right?
ain't paying me to do this, so just want to
I
let
did not know
everybody
he was
that.
even calling. Okay, now let me ask you a question since I got you on the phone, though. Tell us, without going into too much detail, I assume you entered the country without inspection 18 years ago, correct?
I came here with a visa, C1.
Oh, on a C1, on a crewman's visa. Okay.
Yes.
So I didn't even know what your story was. Okay. So you came on a crewman's visa, because I don't know who I'm talking to, actually. You came on a crewman's...
Right, we know all of that. Just proceed.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
You came on a crewman's visa, which bars you from adjusting. Who sponsored you for your green card?
Wife.
Your wife. So you had to do what's called a provisional waiver.
Yes.
Do the waiver here in the United States. Go home. Wait home about... How long were you home for?
A little over 2 weeks.
A little over 2 weeks, which is what I say, and then you got your green card and came back. Let me ask you just a few questions before I let you go. How is it living in the United States for 18 years out of status? How is that for you?
Horrible.
Horrible.
You always got to look at your back, watch where you go in, always on the alert if someone's going to come get you. No, that's not the case.
Right. Now, is this the first time you've gone through the immigration process, or you went previously, or this is the first time in 18 years?
Twice before, and then you made a difference. You're the third.
Thank you. And now you went and we did the provisional waiver. When did you see me for the consultation, or you saw somebody else?
I saw you for the
saw me for the consultation
in 2015.
Okay, great. Now,
and then you put me on to Nicole, and
awesome.
Joanna did the paperwork,
Yes.
and they done an excellent job.
Okay. Now, were you a little hesitant when I told you, don't worry, you'll go home and you'll be back in 2 weeks?
That's the reason
I was. We had a brief conversation over that, and then you said, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Give us all your documents, tell us the truth, don't hide anything, and it all came out to be positive. Just want to say thank you, and if there's anybody out there listening that got an immigration question, got an immigration issue, don't go nowhere else. Go to Brad.
What can I say, Squeeze? Thank you very much, Travis. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Travis.
Soon to see you and Nicole and whoever helped on this case. I'll give you guys a call sometime, maybe in another 2-3 weeks, and schedule a day when I can come in.
Thank you.
And before you go, how did you hear about the law offices of wonderful Sparn Bernstein?
My uncle took me to him.
That's beautiful.
Apparently, my uncle knew him.
And where are you from originally?
I'm Guyanese.
Guyanese. Beautiful, man. Well, listen, man, congratulations. You know, you are now officially, truly enjoying the American dream in a legitimate status. And we got to say thank you so much.
Congratulations.
All right?
Thanks to Brad and the team.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. Thank you. Have yourself a good night. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Good stuff, man. Good
Good stuff,
Good
Squeeze.
stuff. I like that.
You like that, right?
That touches me. That gave
This
me
is
some
how we help
goosebumps.
people, Squeeze.
That's what I like.
All right.
This alone, I can walk out of the studio and be happy today.
Correct.
Yeah.
With or without.
It's not because you and your $1.
Not
or
my
you
$1.
And, you and your lobster.
No, the lobster.
It's just because that gentleman called, and I can actually truly see that he got help from a company that I've been marketing for just about 2 decades.
Right.
I am very happy.
I'm sure the uncle heard me on the radio
I'm
at some
humbled by
point in
that.
time, by the way.
Yes.
Just so you could
I am
know.
humbled.
I'm
No,
sure
it's
sure
okay.
he heard me on the radio.
I'm
at some
just
point.
very happy about the firm. I'm very happy about Nicole.
I'm very happy with the firm, too.
Nicole is great.
Everybody is.
I know everybody is great.
Right.
Can you make me finish?
Yes.
Okay? I mean, the criminal defense department is great. Okay? The personal injury department is great. Okay? The family law department is great. The tax law department is great. And obviously, the immigration department is great. So I think we should take another call so that we can continue being great.
Frank in Baltimore, Maryland.
You're great.
Frank is great.
Of course Frank is great.
Yes.
Frank, how you doing?
Great Frank from
No,
Baltimore,
great Frank.
Maryland.
Frank.
Hello.
How are you?
How are you, Frank?
I'm good.
What's up?
I got a question for you.
Go ahead, Frank.
I'm coming here like 5 months ago with F1 student visa. But I didn't go to school. Right now I'm trying to go to school. And
So you came on a student visa. You came on a student visa, but you didn't go to school? What happened?
Yeah, I didn't go to school because I was for difficulty. I don't have.
What was the difficulty?
Yeah, I was feeling sick, but I didn't go to hospital.
Okay, why were you sick? What? All right. So you got a student visa. Where are you from, Frank?
I'm from Africa.
Okay, so when did you come to the United States, Frank?
Eh?
When did you come to the United States?
I come in United States in August 2017.
Okay, so you came August 2017. You came on a student visa, and you were supposed to start school in September. What were you going to come in here to study? What were you coming here to study?
Go to Ohio, Kent State University.
What were you coming to study? What do you want to study here?
English before go to normal college.
Okay, so you went. So you were supposed to start in Ohio, and for whatever reason, you got sick, but never went to a doctor. What's up with that?
No.
Why didn't you go to a doctor?
I never go to hospital.
Why?
My disease is medicine is traditional medicine.
Oh, so you use some non-traditional medicine to fix yourself. Okay. All right, so this is the story, all right? If you don't go to school, okay, within 180 days, you can always reapply to revalidate your student visa and get back into status. After 180 days, you got to have a really good reason. You're probably past that 180 days. You're probably called 30 days too late. That doesn't mean you can't do it, but you're going to have to document why you weren't able to go to school. You just saying I was sick and didn't do anything about it in terms of at least westernized medicine, I don't know if they're going to believe that or not, but we got to come up, or you have to obviously tell the truth. I mean, not come up with anything, but in other words, you got to be able to provide more evidence that you were ill it's called reinstatement of your student status. And now he hangs the phone up.
He didn't hang up the phone.
Yes, he did.
No,
he didn't like what I had to say.
No, you keep saying that. I think it's
the phone gremlins.
I think it's inadvertent.
Phone gremlins.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, you can finish.
He has to reinstate his status. But you can't just go and say I was sick. I didn't feel well. I didn't feel like going to school. You got to be able to do something. Say something more than that.
Okay.
I don't know what he can say. You got to document what the issue is.
All right.
Karen in Macon, Georgia.
Karen.
Hey, Brad.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. By the way, Tamika Nelson says the guy was lying. We don't know. Maybe. We don't know.
And you don't know?
We have to be able to document it, though. How would I know?
You don't know?
I don't know.
You know?
Okay. Karen in Macon, Georgia. What's up?
So I have a question, and that's for my friend.
Okay.
So her mom has been in the States for quite a while. And she came up in somebody's name, right? And she got married, then went in for her citizenship. But she got divorced before she went in. So they found all her paperwork and realized she was lying under the oath. However, the mom is still a green card holder. The friend would like to know if there's a possibility for her to file for her mom.
What was the problem with her citizenship? Why didn't she become a citizen?
They denied it, saying she didn't tell them about the name she came up in originally.
She will never become a citizen, and the reason they denied her citizenship is they said basically that she got her green card under false pretenses. And had the government known about this, she would never have gotten a green card. They consider her not a lawful resident of the United States. If she were to travel and come back to the United States, it's possible she would be put in deportation. You can, I mean, thinking about somebody who doesn't even have a green card or considered by the government to have been admitted as a lawful permanent resident, the question of how can she file for a child, that's the least important of her issues. She could get deported. She doesn't really have a green card. She needs to fix this issue first. Number one, and number two, you can't. I mean, you can certainly file for your child, but they're not going to let the child come here in the United States. They're going to see what happened. Okay.
No, but the child here.
Doesn't matter if the child's here, if the child's anywhere. She is considered not to be a lawful resident of the United States. When she got her green card, she did not tell the truth. She said, my name is Mary when her name was Sally. Or she said, my real name's Mary, but I'm not going to tell you the truth that how I came here as Sally. Okay? And then when she went for her citizenship, it was all discovered. that she entered here on some sort of fraudulent document. She needs waivers. She needs to fix all of this first.
How can she go about fixing it?
She needs to speak to me. We got to look into her records and then figure out where to go from there. But in terms of, she's not considered by law a permanent resident right now. She's filing her citizenship, traveling, or filing for a kid, it's the least, she can't do any of that. She's got to fix herself first. All right, so hold on 1 second.
Once again, folks.
Gok. Let's go to Jermaine in Miami, Florida. Jermaine.
Go to Jermaine.
Hey, good afternoon, Brad.
How are you?
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good.
Jermaine's like,
No, okay. My friend has an issue.
What?
He was married in Jamaica, but when he came up here, he got a lawyer to do his divorce in Jamaica. When he got the decree of absolute, if that's what it's called, he called the Supreme Court in Jamaica and checked it, and they said yes, it was done.
Right.
However, so he got married, went through immigration, got his green card. However, because he hear about the fraud thing that's going on in Jamaica with the divorce, so he called back the Supreme Court.
About divorces? Are you familiar with this, Squeeze?
I'm not.
Okay, let's find out about it.
Fraud and divorce?
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's find out. What was the fraud and the divorce in Jamaica?
Oh, they said some lawyers was signed in
judges
divorce decrees.
Oh, the lawyer was just signing the judge's name?
Yeah, that died. Those judges ain't allowed no more. Yeah,
really?
So when he called back the Supreme Court to check, they said the only thing they see in the system is that it started. It was filed on May 5th. So he need to contact his lawyer to finish it up.
So he is not officially divorced then, so he's a bigamist. Is what you're saying.
So, but what happened?
How long has he been in the United? How long has he been in the United States?
I was just about to say.
3 years. He has a 2-year green card.
But it sounds like he was never divorced in Jamaica. Sounds like
what he want to know is if it's going to be an issue when he go to remove the condition.
Yes, because it sounds like he's a bigamist. Number one, he's married to 2 women, and the woman that he married in the United States is not a lawful marriage.
Well, isn't that common sense if you're married to 2 people at the same time?
Yeah, because the divorce never was real in Jamaica.
Right, exactly.
Okay, so let me ask you, so Jermaine, okay, if you know that they're doing these fake divorces in Jamaica, and he knows, one second, and he knows they're doing fake divorces in Jamaica, do you think the U.S. government doesn't know that?
Sorry, I have to side with Brad with this one.
I mean,
but what happened was, as I said, he got it before this whole fraud thing came about.
But when
he called and checked it out, they said it was done.
Okay, so this is the story. Okay, there's only one way to figure out. You need to get you calling and speaking to a clerk or speaking to the secretary of the lawyer that you hired in Jamaica. The only way to determine is someone needs to go to the courthouse or go to the National Record Center, even better, in Jamaica, and get a certified copy of a divorce signed by a government official, certified by a government official, and it's an official divorce. If not, he's a bigamist. Then what is he? So then why are we even having this conversation? He's divorced.
No, he's worried, because...
Oh, he's afraid.
Yeah, because he had the absolute degree that he has that he turns into immigration.
Yeah.
It has the government seal and stamp, everything on it.
So, okay, so it's a real divorce. It's either a real divorce or it's not. The only way, if he has a government, who did he get this from?
A lawyer.
Okay, so then if he's concerned that the lawyer's faking this, the only way to determine, because what the U.S. government's going to do, the U.S. government is not going to go to the lawyer's office to ask for a copy of the divorce decree. The U.S. government's going to send an investigator out to the courthouse and look at that in the file and look for that divorce decree. So what he needs to do is he needs to beat the U.S. government to the courthouse and figure out if there is a divorce decree in the courthouse. If you're saying, I'm calling the Brad and Squeeze show, and I have a concern whether the lawyer in Jamaica is really giving me an official document, the only way to make 100% certain is go to the courthouse.
Okay, Brad. So one final thing. Even though it was, because I'm a citizen, I'm just asking for him. Even though it was done, and he got the decree of absolute turned it into immigration, got his 2 here, and all of that. So he's just about to remove the conditions now. So it went through at first. So he was wondering to go back and check the Jamaica again about the same divorce that he did.
Okay,
before he got his green card.
So this is the deal, from what I understand from this entire conversation, Squeeze. The man has a certified divorce decree. He got it from his lawyer. It appears real on its face. And as a result, he got married here in the United States. He submitted it to immigration. Immigration accepted this divorce as a real divorce. He has no reason not to believe it's real. And he got married and got his green card, and now he has to go remove the conditions. And now there's some lawyers in Jamaica, maybe one of the lawyers in Jamaica is this guy that he hired, okay, which now gives him concern, is that they were faking divorce decrees. I have no idea, sitting here in our green studio, whether or not...
With my green juice.
With your green juice, whether or not this is I don't even have a document to look at. And even if I did, I still wouldn't know because I'm not a forensic document expert on Jamaica. The only thing I can say is this, okay? You want to be 100% certain, go to the National Record Center, go to the courthouse, ask them what they got in their file. If they have a divorce decree in the file, then it's real. If they don't have the divorce decree in the file, then he's got a problem.
Okay, so if he has a problem, how can he fix that if it's really an issue?
Well, then he would need to get divorced here from the woman in Jamaica. He's been here for 3 years.
For some reason, I think he feels that
he feels something's wrong. He feels something's wrong. He would need to get divorced here and then refile again and explain your situation. Okay, I thought I was divorced and I was defrauded. He's just as, but you got to be honest and upfront with it. But I think step one is, why don't you go look to see if the divorce is real or not? Go to the courthouse and figure it out.
Okay.
All right? Because if there's no divorce in the courthouse...
Why are they afraid to check it out?
Because they think they know what the answer is going to be.
No, he checked it. He called and they said it was filed.
No. Calling, who did he speak? That's nothing, okay? What someone has to physically go to the courthouse and open up the file and check that there is a divorce decree in that file, because that's what the U.S. government's going to do. The U.S. government's not going to call somebody and say, hey, is there a divorce there? Yep, okay, thank you.
No, they're going to check.
They're going to go check, all right?
Okay.
All right. Hold on if you need help. You're welcome.
Sometimes I get a feeling that some of these people want you to say certain things.
They want me to say, don't worry, it's okay. Nobody will check.
Yeah,
it's fine.
People looking for comfort.
You submitted a fake divorce. It's fine. Don't worry about it. You got the...
But
What's the worst that'll happen?
I don't think it needed to go on that long, because obviously there's something weird going on there. But I think we should find our lovely Patrice Waite.
You know what? Let's... you want to find lovely Patrice Waite?
It's been a while.
She's been waiting.
Yes.
She has been waiting.
Yes, she has been.
She has been very, very nervous.
No, she's not.
Yes, she told me.
No, she's not.
She told me.
No.
Hello!
She's a queen, empress.
We don't hear her. Hello, Patrice.
We call her Empress Patrice.
Empress Patrice, I do hear you.
Empress Patrice.
She is the last minute fill-in. Are you scared?
I think I'm feeling better.
Are you nervous? Are you nervous?
Not too bad.
Are you nervous?
I'm not as nervous as before. Social media queen Kim, she's always taking care of me, so I think I'm okay.
Do you have any special people watching your debut here on the Brad and Squeeze Show?
Do I think my dad is watching.
Dad? What's your dad's name?
Jonathan Richards.
Jonathan Richards. Welcome, Jonathan.
Welcome, Pops.
Yes. welcome, Jonathan, to the Brad and Squeeze Show. Who else? You have anyone else special watching?
Anyone special? Well, Ricardo is
Ricardo.
He's a little under the weather, but I think he's watching.
He's
as well.
under the weather. A little. He got what Kim got last week. The 24-hour flu that turned into the 7.
Don't be alluding to anything.
It's running around.
Okay?
Yes, it's running around, this flu. Is there anybody else special watching?
I think my mom.
Your
Lisa
mom.
Wade is also watching.
Lisa
too.
Wade, welcome to the Brad and Squeeze Show.
Sure?
Lisa Wade.
And why don't you continue? I'm quite sure there's more.
Anybody else special? Let's go through every person.
That's it.
That's it. Mom is watching.
Look at my
Dad
daughter.
is watching.
Mom
Ricardo's watching. We don't have a label for Ricardo. What's Ricardo? Who's Ricardo?
He's a man.
He's a man. Ricardo's a man.
All right.
That's it. We're going to leave it at that. He's a man. He's a man, damn it.
Yes. Yes.
I'm causing problems.
Who's Natasha?
I'm causing. She's a woman. All right. By the way, Sandy Latoyle says, "Hey, Patrice."
Hey, hey, hey.
All right.
Hello,
So everybody, just so we know, Patrice is filling in for Belgium Kim today, and she's going to be reading off your questions on Facebook and on YouTube. So please leave your immigration questions right now. We're going to get into them in about 1 minute or 2 minutes from now. Patrice, before we get into it, get all of your questions lined up, ready to go. Squeeze has some very important
news to tell
Very
people.
important news to tell you.
What it is?
1 second. USA Credit Repair. No. USA Credit Repair has some very important information that they need to share right now with the entire Brad and Squeeze show before we get into this. Squeeze.
Okay. What I want to tell everybody is I need for everybody to share. That's what I really want. Okay. This is not about me. It's not about Brad. It's not about USA Credit Repair. It's about you. It's about us helping you. It's about us helping others. It's about us helping people to achieve the American dream. And I'm being very serious. And how we can do that, ladies and gentlemen, is to make this show go viral. Okay? Let's use words like exponential. And that comes about when you actually take your thumb out or your finger out.
Take it out of you know what.
I'll show you the finger I like to show Brad. But I can't.
You like this one, the number one.
Number one, okay?
Yes.
I stick one finger up when I'm showing Brad anything, all right? This finger. And I take it out, and I...
What do you mean you take it out?
The finger.
Take it out of where?
And I hit the button, and I share. And I share first to my timeline, then I share to all my friends. So that's what I'm sitting here doing all the time. I specifically pick friends, I take the link, and I actually paste it on their page. I actually hit them up. Sometimes I go into Messenger and I hit them up with the link. That's what I sit here and do for the whole show. So I'm actually, letting my friends know about it.
All right, now Squeeze, there's a question here because we're in the USA Credit Repair section.
Right.
Okay, Tamika wants to know, hey, Squeeze. All right, so we're getting USA Credit Repair questions.
Big up Ma Dukes too.
Okay. Tamika wants to know, hey, Squeeze, can I mail the reports I get from Experian to USA Credit Repair?
Yes.
That's it?
That's it. Yes.
Why is she getting the reports? Why doesn't
because
USA Credit Repair get the reports too?
No.
Why?
When we do the disputes, we want all of our clients to know that we are genuinely working on their reports. I don't even want them to trust us. Okay? So when they get the reports from the bureaus with the deletions and all the adjustments, they're like, oh, wow, I'm actually getting results. So that's one of the processes of the USA Credit Repair Inc.com company. So they get the reports, then they send it back to us via email or via...
Can I ask Tamika, if she's watching still, how's USA... Just let her make a comment here, Tamika. How's USA Credit Repair doing for you so far? Apparently she's a client of USA Credit Repair.
Quite a few of them.
Quite a few.
And the greatest thing about the people who watch the Brad and Squeeze show, they can all call me on my cell. All of them. They can go to my page, follow my page, and my cell number is on my page. They can call me. Any concerns, any issues, any explanation that they need, they can always call me because I'm that guy.
What is the address, Tamika wants to know, of USA Credit Repair?
222 Broadway.
222
Broadway.
Broadway.
New York, New York.
New York, New York.
100.
100.
38.
38.
Yes.
222 Broadway.
Can someone type that in?
222. By the way, I got to change the combination of my luggage. It's 222. All right.
Thanks for telling us.
By the way,
why don't you put all your watches in there and hand the luggage to me? I'll take it out to the car.
Jill, remind me to change the combination of my luggage. It's 222. Apparently, it's where USA Credit Repair is.
Yes.
Bad joke, right?
Very bad joke.
Right. It's an old
Very
joke.
Corny.
222 Broadway. What floor?
It's on. It's Suite 2426.
Suite 20 what?
2426.
2426. Suite 2426. USA Credit Repair. The key to beautiful credit. Call them right now. 30 days, absolutely free.
What?
30 days, absolutely.
That special finished last year.
No, it's still there.
No.
If you call tonight.
If you call right now,
they'll do it. Right now, they'll do it.
It's the only way.
Okay. And by the way, Tamika Nelson says, Brad, USA Repair, been very, very good to me. My score is going up. I've been getting credit cards offers left and right. There you go. There you go.
That's what we do.
1-800-USA-7177, 1-800-872-7177, USA Credit Repair. The key to beautiful credit, the key to getting credit card offers, the key to repairing your credit, the key to doing business in America, the key to your happiness, the key to your smile, the key to breathing air is USA Credit. Because if you don't have money, you don't got good credit, you can't breathe. It's the key to breathing air. 1-800-872-7177. Call them now. How's that?
That is great.
All right. Let's go to Patrice.
Let's go to Patrice with your social media questions.
Social media questions.
She's going to be reading them off. Once again, place your questions on the Brad and Squeeze Facebook page.
Yes.
Let's get to it. Hello, Jonathan. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Ricardo.
Hello, fam.
Yes.
Hello, family.
Yes. How sad would it be if we looked and we're like, oh, 3 people are watching and it's your entire family?
Yeah. Remind me of that Colombian comedian that gave that joke.
What?
About BioLife. It's like, it's my mom calling with a testimony. No, it's his grandmother calling in with a testimony.
Did you ever see that, Patrice? Years ago, there was this comedian, and it was on YouTube, and apparently he listened to Squeeze.
It was in one of the comedy clubs.
He was in a comedy clubs, but they put it on YouTube or something, and apparently they were listening to Squeeze.
No. This is a real full-blown
comedian.
And he was driving in his car, and he spoke about it.
He does a routine, and the routine is him making fun of Squeeze doing BioLife on WVIP. And people in the audience apparently know who Squeeze is, and they're all cracking up.
In Manhattan. Anyway.
God,
yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah, all right. We gotta find him. Can we get him on our show?
I don't know, probably.
Is he around? That was years ago he was doing it. Is this guy around still?
I can find him.
We gotta find him. Patrice, I'm giving you a job duty tomorrow besides being the stand-in SMG. Find the comedian who makes fun of Squeeze doing BioLife.
You know what? I'm not even going to tell her where to find it.
All right, we're going to find him, and we're going to bring him on. We're going to bring him on the Brad Squeeze show.
I'm going to find stuff that will lambast his company too. You know, and I'm quite sure he won't like it.
He's going to be the guest SMG, that comedian.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Ready?
Okay, we ready? All right. So first one from YouTube, Dennis Josephs. Hi, Brad and Squeeze. How long does it take to renew an expired green card, and how much does it cost?
It costs, wow, the filing fee just went up, but it's supposed to take 3 or 4 months, but it does not. It actually is now, I understand, taking over 6 months. But once you file to renew your green card, if you need to travel, they'll give you a stamp in the they'll give you a stamp in your passport if you go down. I'm just looking up the filing fee right now, and the filing fee, because is $455 plus 85. So what's 455 plus 85? That makes it $540. I have to go this way now.
Here we go. Namix from YouTube. Hello, Brad. Asking for a friend. She wants to know if she came here with. What's happening? What's happening?
I will have no part of it.
All right. All right. Go ahead. I'm trying to get myself in the middle, and the chair is,
Oh, sliding over.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Start off.
Okay. Hello, Brad. Asking for a friend. She wants to know if she came here without inspection. She wants to know if she came here without inspection from Canada, has 2 kids, married, but she doesn't know how to go about getting legal status.
She's married. Didn't the guy just call earlier and just give this whole beautiful testimonial that he also didn't have status, and he came to Brad, and we did the provisional waiver, and he went back to Guyana for 2 weeks and came back? You have to do the same exact thing. Come see me.
Same thing, Namix.
Yes.
Okay. Next one. Sintra Jack. Hi, Brad. I'm planning to do a citizenship in March. My question is, how long will it take for me to get through? Because I'm planning to go back to my country for Christmas, and I need to know if I'll get through by then.
You should get through by then. I mean, it's 10 months from now. You should get through by then. But if you don't, you can go home for Christmas for 2 or 3 weeks and come back. It's not going to...
No issues?
No issues with your citizenship. Okay. Don't go home for Christmas for 6 months. But 2 or 3 weeks is not a problem.
Then you got a problem.
Right.
Then it's a problem. Okay. Sheila Ball Warwick. My husband became a U.S. resident in 2017. We've been married for 5 years now, and I only sent in my application in November. I've been traveling back and forth on a visitor's visa. Is this going to be a problem?
Yes, because you've already shown an intent to get your green card. So every time you travel on a visitor's visa, they have the right to stop you, send you home, deport you from the airport, and now you can't come back for more than 5 years. And then maybe there's a misrepresentation issue, which is a bar for life. So stop traveling.
All right, Sheila, I hope you heard that. Cordine Francis, I have traveled on a U.S. Virgin Island document in 2000 and was held with the documents when entering the Miami airport. My daughter is a U.S. citizen. Can she file for me? I was denied visa when I tried to apply.
What do you think, Brad?
No, your daughter cannot file for you because you need a waiver and you were deported, and your daughter, you can't get a waiver through your daughter.
Okay. All right. Karima Burgess, do I have to file another I-130? I filed one in 2006 and 2014. Yes, I was approved, but I don't have a visa. I'm a client of your firm and waiting on gathering information. I was told I-130 would only... I'm so sorry. I was only told the I-130 would last 1 year. I'm so excited to be a client of your firm. I just joined 2.5 months ago.
Well, as long, you know, I think it sounds like the I-130 should still be good, but if it's not, we'll file it again. All right, we'll have to look in the file and see. So excited.
Yes. That's one of the few things that gets me excited.
We have a long one now. So Kay Maxwell. Hi, Brad. I have a friend who would love to file for her mom, but her mom's situation is complicated. Her mom came to the States in somebody's name back in the day, got married, got divorced, then filed for her citizenship, but got denied as the immigration lawyer stated she lied under the oath by not telling them about the original name she came with in the States. Her mom is a green card holder, but she is scared.
I think we spoke to this person. Is this the person we spoke to? Where the mom was denied her citizenship because she lied about how she entered America when she got her green card. So I said, we need to go get those records. She's considered not to be a green card holder. And as a result of that, before she starts thinking about filing for anybody else, she's got to solve her own problems first.
Okay. On to the next. O'Neill Calendar. I'm married to a Jamaican. We lived together for over 10 years. We have a daughter in common. She is 6. We married 2 years now. She came here on a visa, but overstayed her time. So what do we need to get her right?
The daughter? You got to file for her. If she came on a visa and you're a U.S. citizen, you're married to her mother, file an adjustment right away.
File.
Yeah,
right away.
We can help.
Cece Mitchell, a friend of mine had an interview to adjust her status. Her husband never attended the interview, so the adjustment was denied. They said she was told we were getting another letter of approval. Is there anything she can do? She came over on a visitor's visa.
Why was it denied?
So let me reread it. Okay, a friend of mine had an interview to adjust her status. Her husband never attended the interview, so the adjustment was denied.
Well, yeah, unless there was abuse in the relationship. I didn't hear the part why it was denied. So unless there was abuse in the relationship, there's nothing you can do. You got to find another way to get a green card.
Okay, Cece. Linda Allison, highly favored James. I filed for my daughter who just turned 20. I filed the I-130 when she was 19. Will she be aged out? I am LPR.
Probably.
Charlie.
Lawful permanent resident.
Okay.
Charlie Crams, I believe. Can the same leave of absence be given to a U.S. citizen enlisting in the Israeli Defense Force as it is given to those enlisted in the U.S. Armed Forces? Example, if a job allows an employee to take leave for enlistment with the U.S. Army, can they also allow an employee the same leave for enlistment with the IDF?
With the IDF, Israeli Defense Forces? No, I don't believe so because it's a different country. So there's no legal requirement to allow somebody to leave to go join the military of another country, even though the country may be friends with us. The law is you can't discriminate against somebody if they're going to perhaps leave to join the U.S. military and defend the land in which we're living on, not somebody else's land.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay.
Right?
Gotcha.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Gotcha. You're right.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Understand
Gotcha.
that one. Understand that one.
Yes.
Frank Nana, how do I do a reinstatement?
He's on hold. We're going to get to him in a minute. Okay? He won't get back. Okay, you got to show a good reason. All right, Frank, he's on hold, but I'm going to answer it right now. Okay, we spoke to Frank earlier. Okay, he's the guy who got sick, and when he got sick, he didn't know.
I told you he didn't hang up.
Right. Well, maybe he didn't hang up. Let's go back and speak to Frank. He's there. I see him on hold. Frank.
Yes.
How are you? So you left your question on Facebook. I know you came back. I don't know what happened to you. Okay. So the reinstatement, you have to show a really good reason that was beyond your control, not a reason within your control, a reason beyond your control that prevented you from going to school when you came. Now, you didn't even start school. You came to America and never even showed up, which is even a harder case. But you saying, I'm sick, without any documented proof of it, is not a very good reason, more than 180 days. So I don't have an answer for you. We would need to have a consultation and see what documents you have to show that you were truly ill. Hold on one second. All right, you need a consultation.
Definitely need
All
a
right, let's go
consultation.
back, Patrice.
Okay. Siobhan Wild, what if I'm a Jamaican and I get deported from the UK for drugs? What do I have to do to get my visa back?
If you get deported for drugs, you ain't coming back.
Wow.
Ain't coming back.
Ain't coming back, huh?
Ain't coming back.
No more, no
Ain't-
more,
no
no
more,
more.
no more.
No. Okay, so we did that. Okay, Spencer Tobias, my friend already graduated as a J1 student visa holder, but did an academic training after his graduation, which is supposed to end by June 2018. His training was terminated on November 3rd, 2017, but he stayed hoping that he can still be reinstated even if the school told him to go home. What are his other options? Can he still be sponsored while out of status, though through employment?
Yes.
What are his best options?
Get sponsored. If he has an employer who's willing to sponsor him and he came on a student visa, he should get sponsored. Even if he's out of status on the student visa, you can still get your green card. It's about 18 months. It's a good option. May not be his only option. Maybe he has other options, but getting sponsored in a job is a pretty good option for people who came on student visas, even if they're not in school anymore.
Theodore Walcott. Hi, Brad. My friend got arrested in 2011 for weed. She got her green card due to her mom filing for her. She wants to do her citizenship, but when she Googled her name, the police report is still posted online as public records. Will this affect her?
Yeah, because, and by the way, you think the government's going to look online for your records? There's a lot of records that are not public records the government's going to see anyway. You should go speak to me, because that weed conviction may make you deportable.
Please excuse me if I'm slaughtering his name. Gemini B. Saunders. My sister has
Gemini B. Saunders, how hard is that?
I'm sorry. For a second when I looked, it
Okay.
seemed like it was something completely different.
Okay.
Sorry.
Right.
My sister has 2 kids who were born here. Can she apply for a work permit?
Your sister has 2 kids here. Can she apply for a work permit?
Yeah, my sister has 2 kids who were born here, and can she apply?
No, because then think about it. If it was, I have a kid here, and now everybody would come here and just get pregnant. If it was that easy to get a work permit, no.
Makes perfect sense.
Right.
Medea. Hello there. I filed
Medea,
for my
Medea.
daughter in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Medea.
I like that.
Hello dear. I filed for my daughter in Jamaica since July of 2017. I got the receipts but never heard from them since that.
How old is the daughter? Is she over 21 or under 21?
What should I do? My daughter is over 21 and has 2 kids.
Then just hang out, because you may not hear from them for a year or even 2 years. It really doesn't matter. Eventually, the I-130, if you did it well, should get approved. And your priority date's the date in which it was filed. So whether it gets approved today, gets approved in 6 months, gets approved in a year and a half, your daughter's still coming the same day.
Vivian Meanchop, what is the legal age for a U.S. citizen child to file for his mom?
21. And was that named Vivian Lambchop?
Vivian Lambchop.
Vivian Meanchop.
Oh, Meanchop. I thought it was Landchop.
Meanchop.
Yeah. Do you know my father, T-Bone, who we've had featured on the show, my dog? Okay. My father always calls him Lamb Chop. I said, his name's not Lamb Chop, it's T-Bone. I don't know why my father always has to call him Lamb Chop. It's the weirdest thing. All right, continue. Yeah. Continue,
yes. Mark Graham, why is my renewal taking so long? Did fingerprint in November? I am VAWA. Sorry.
VAWA, why is your renewal?
Well, yeah, why is my renewal taking so long?
The renewal of the work permit, I assume? I assume a work permit. So. Work permits are taking about 4 months now. If you did it right. If you did it wrong, it'll take forever. I assume it's the renewal of the work permit.
And they said they did the fingerprints in November.
Right.
And VAWA.
I don't have an answer for you because I didn't do it, but if you did it right, it should take about 4 months if that's what we're talking about, work permits. Come speak to me if you don't get it. You don't have it, come speak to me.
Mark, speak to Brad.
Speak to Brad.
Christopher Turner.
Yes.
I have a question. A friend of mine was a resident green card holder. He lived here for many years and had 3 American-born kids and had an issue with the legal system. Catching a few changes, finally he got arrested and was put through the removal process and got deported to Jamaica. In Jamaica, he started a legal business and driving his own legal taxi. Because of extortion and multiple gangs that surround the community he was living in, while in Jamaica, his life was in great danger, which he failed to pay up to the gang extortion activists and treats toward his family. He returned back to the United States. Does his situation contribute to asylum with withholding of removal based of his credible fear? Can you advise me based on this assertion I gave you so I can pass this to him?
Okay, so let me give a couple of things. Okay, this man got deported, and he got deported for doing some bad things here in America, whatever they may be, I don't know.
Right.
Okay, he got deported and went home to Jamaica. Whatever happened in Jamaica happened in Jamaica. He felt his life was in danger, so he took it upon himself to re-enter the United States, I presume illegally, without getting any permission from the U.S. government to re-enter. That in of itself is a crime. So he has now committed a crime. Donald Trump wants to prosecute people in this situation. He's looking at 3 to 7 years in jail. After that, and they look to deport him, you can't apply for asylum after you already got deported and then re-entered after a prior order of deportation. Asylum is not available to you anymore. Right. The only thing that would be available for you after you do your jail sentence of 3 to 7 years would be something called Convention Against Torture. Okay, we had Shannon.
We spoke about that.
We spoke about it the other day. We had Shannon in our office. She was very good. It's when the Jamaican government or whatever government you're going back to acquiesces to the torture that's going to happen to you. So unless we can prove that the Jamaican government is involved in this gang-related activity of shaking him down for his taxi business, he will also get deported and have his cat claim denied. So he's not in any good shape right now.
Oh boy, that's not good at all.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Next, Mackley Andre. I have a friend of mine who came with a 1 CD and lived for 6 years and married American and has 2 kids now. The I-130 approved but denied green card. Which option can he do?
How did he come to the United States?
I have a friend of mine came with a C1D. I'm sorry, C1D, and lived here for 6 years and married an American and has 2 kids now.
All right.
The
first thing they should do is go back and watch the first 10 minutes of this show when we had Trevor from Queens call us, who also came on a crewman's visa. And he said, Brad, you did the best job in the world. I waited 18 years. It was really hard. But then you did the provisional waiver for me. I went back to Guyana, and then I came back in 2 weeks.
That was a great testimony. You should edit that out so we can post that.
Right. And by the way, Jill, at some point you just whisper in my ear when we're going to be ready for our guest, Jenee. Okay. All right. So, Patrice. This is what we're going to do. Let's answer.
We're finished with the questions?
No, we have a little more to go. Okay. How many more do we got?
But the questions are there before the other ones.
We have a few. We have
okay,
quite
let's finish
a few.
up. Let's keep going.
I'd rather unless they just came in.
Let's all right. No. Squeeze wants to run the show here. What do you want to do, Squeeze?
Yeah, I do want to run the show.
That's right.
You know.
That's right.
Yeah. I want for the people who are asking their questions to get their questions
answered. All right,
answered.
so let's finish up.
Let's finish
up.
I want to run the show.
Okay.
This is
Christopher Lynch.
There you go.
I'm getting whispers in my ear from the executive producer who's telling me what to do.
How do you do it?
And then squeezes Patrice, let me explain something to you. The executive producer of the show, okay, whose job it is to executive produce, is giving me instructions on what to do. Also giving Squeeze instructions on what to do. Squeeze is ignoring all of these instructions, okay, and is overriding everybody. So let's continue answering. Let's continue answering questions.
I'm just trying to help people. That's it.
That's right. He's just in the helping.
You're not in the streets. I am.
He's
you know, people are, hey, Squeeze, how come you don't answer my question?
Yes.
It's not Brad's fault. It's your fault, Squeeze. You're the one. And they never beat up on Brad. They always beat up on me. Like, hey, Squeeze.
Did you just go like this to me?
Yes. I didn't go like that. I went like that.
Finger. You went like this to me.
Yes.
I don't know what that means.
Anyway, proceed, Patrice.
Let's go.
All right. Javon Thompson, he just came through. My father was filing for me and he passed. This is from 2010. Can the filing continue?
Yes, you need a family member to substitute in and do a humanitarian waiver. We can help you.
Christopher Lynch, I have been a joint affidavit for 3 people, and one of them now is in the Army. Can be a joint affidavit again for the 4th time? Can I?
Yeah, as long as you earn enough money, yeah, why not?
Christopher Turner, I have a question. I'm so sorry. Give me 1 second. McDuff Oka, how can you get the waiver for the crime and that of deportation? Can I get it from you, Brad?
A waiver for the crime of deportation? Is that the question?
Yeah. How can you get the waiver for the crime and that of deportation? Can I get it from you, Brad?
I don't print them. I don't print any waivers. What I do is I represent people. It depends on what your situation is, you know, and certainly we can help you, and this is what we do for a living here. So definitely give us a call, and then we'll figure out what we can do to help.
You really missed your call. You really did.
What was my calling, Squeeze?
You should have been an actor.
I should have been an actor.
Yeah.
Patrice, I missed my calling.
It's never too late. It's never too late.
Or not to be. That is the question. Squeeze. Can you imagine if Squeeze was in a Shakespeare?
No.
Oh, man.
Can you imagine?
No?
No.
I think
you say like Juliet, oh Juliet, where art thou, my Juliet? Can you say that?
I love Shakespeare.
Can you say that? No. Juliet, oh Juliet, where art thou? Where art thou? All right, let's continue.
Okay, continue.
I'm trying to get him to do some Shakespeare, you know, but it's not working.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next time. Okay.
Buy me some Hamilton tickets. I like it.
What?
Oh,
he wants $1,000. All right, Squeeze is asking for $1,000 Hamilton tickets now, okay?
Thank you so much.
Yes, okay, let's continue. All right.
I can love that. Okay. Tammy Bay Smith, if someone is here on a visiting visa, but was a witness to something back home in Jamaica, visiting is almost up, and she's scared to go home because of the incident, is there any way she can extend her stay in the U.S. or overstay?
Now, you don't want to overstay if you don't have to. So why don't you come in and let's go through what the incident is, and then let's figure out what we can do.
Okay.
I mean, the easiest thing is just extend your visitor's visa for 6 months and then figure out what to do from there. But you don't want to overstay. Not in the United States of Donald Trump.
Nope. Right. Maxine Girl Saunders. My husband was married to someone in the past, but it didn't work out. His former wife had petitioned for him, but they didn't see eye to eye. She also wrote to immigration and told them my husband is not an asset to this country, but she was so wrong for doing that because my husband is such a great man and father to our children. I've known this man for years, which we've known.
What did she write to the U.S. government, that he's not an asset to the country? What else did she say? Did she say anything else?
Not an asset to the country. That's it so far.
Who cares what she thinks about whether he's an asset or not? It has absolutely no bearing on your case. The only time it would ever have a bearing on the case is if she wrote the government and said, I married this man and it was a business marriage, you married me for fraud, then probably still not an issue. But you know, now you're getting somewhere where we got to look into it more. But if she writes, I don't think this man's a good asset for this country, who cares what she thinks? It's nothing to do with the law. Go get your green card, and we'll help.
Okay, I will just there.
Right.
There you go. There you go,
go,
Maxine. Okay, this one, it's a different language. It's a KXNG. Dan, I'm so sorry, I cannot pronounce that. Could as a U.S. citizen file for her grandma as a nanny if she watches her kids? They are all under 13.
No, you can't file for an employee if you're a relative. Because in order to do a job sponsorship, you have to be able to show that you're opening up the job to an American worker. You weren't able to find one. And they're going to say, Grandma never opened it up because she wants to hire her grandson. Correct. All right. So, Squeeze, let's do this, Patrice. Let's do this, okay? Yes. We collect all of your questions. We're going to come back to Patrice in about 15, 20 minutes, finish up all our questions from Facebook and YouTube. And we're going to go through them rapid fire. We have Anderson and Christopher who have been waiting online for over 35 minutes. And we have Jenee Chizick-Aguerro, Jenee, and I screwed up her name, Squeeze, and I was told it 10 times. Let's find Jenee somewhere, okay? And she's joining us today, Jenee Chizick-Aguerro. She's the founder. Hello, how are you?
Hello there.
Sorry to have you waiting. And by the way, congratulations on the Eagles. You are from Philadelphia. Yeah. Yes. And she is the founder and publisher of Motivos. Am I pronouncing it right? Motivos?
Motivos. Yes.
Motivos magazine. Motivos magazine. It's a bilingual magazine, Squeeze. Let me tell you a little about this.
Okay, tell me a little bit about it.
It's staffed and produced by college and graduating high school age journalists. And Jenee, she's headquartered in Philadelphia, putting together this magazine. So tell us about Motivos magazine.
Yeah,
excuse me.
What is the magazine?
And what is this all about?
In your own words.
Yeah. What is this all about?
Absolutely. Well, I founded the magazine 11 years ago now, really to address the academic achievement gap, predominantly amongst Latino youth, immigrants, first-generation youth in general. And now it's grown, so we're the nation's largest bilingual youth-generated content magazine in the country. We're in about 1,200 schools, libraries, prisons, 42 states, 4 countries.
And this is all done by first-generation immigrants who are mostly bilingual Latinos or Latinas, right?
Most of the students, they are the first in their family to go to college or to attempt to get to college. Yep.
So what kind of things do you read in this magazine?
Well, each magazine has 4 sections focusing on culture, life, college, and careers, and it's really a kick in the butt to get kids going after their full potential. We want them to be the ones who determine their destiny. So it's filled with stories of courage and inspiration, cross-cultural exchange opportunities, scholarships,
do people,
interviews with career professionals.
Do children write about their own immigration experiences in the first hand?
They do. Yep, and they're also interviewed. So, for example, the cover of our last edition, Jasmine Sosa was on the cover, and she was a documented student, is the term we use, and now she's going on to law school. So her story was front and center.
And she's in DACA, so she could be, you know, kind of out of luck in a few weeks if Donald Trump has its way. I don't know if you saw Squeeze. He said close down the government. He's not going to give DACA to anybody till, we talked about it at the beginning of our show, unless he builds this $30 billion big wall. So now these now is, you know,
crazy guy.
Yeah, I mean the president of Mexico says he'll take them all. They're all great kids, and they'll tell us about these great kids, especially first generation immigrants. Are you an immigrant yourself, or are you born in America?
No. Nope. So my dad's side's Polish-Hungarian. His parents met in this country, and then my mom's side is Spanish-Italian. My husband is from Costa Rica.
Okay,
and we just have a 4-month-old son.
Oh, congratulations! So I assume you took your husband through the immigration process, right?
No, he was a citizen when we got married. My sister-in-law, however, from Brazil, when she married my brother, she's on the road to citizenship still. That's been over a decade in the process. So yeah.
Wow. Okay. Then she has the wrong lawyer if she said over a decade. But I will. Let me ask you this question. So then, the point I was trying to get at was, you yourself probably, you grew up in America. For all intents and purposes, you would be considered American, for whatever that term would be, meaning that you're not. you're not from a family that's first generation here in America, or you didn't have the immigration experience, and you're now dealing with all of these young children, many who have had immigrant experiences, many who are on DACA, who may be terrified now that in 2 weeks Donald Trump is going to tell them to leave the United States of America. You have now built this biggest bilingual magazine for children, done by children, done basically by immigrants. Tell me how you feel, how the kids are feeling about all of this. Is it leading to more anxiety, stress? What do you think about all that's going on? Since you're living with these kids firsthand.
Right. So the magazine has a media mentoring program, and of those, it's a mixture of immigrants and non-immigrants, so citizens and immigrants on the team that make up the magazine. But we go out and do workshops in schools where we're serving a lot of ESL students and immigrant students. So like we're contracted by the School District of Philadelphia, for example, to work with new arrivals. We've done workshops down in Virginia. And yes, most of those students hailed from El Salvador. They were nervous about what's happening with the new administration, and all we can do is go in there and say, look, you're not in control of everything in your life, but what you are in control of, grab hold of that and do the best that you can do and be the best that you can be with what is in your control. So
what would you say is the reader's favorite content in your magazine? What do they
definitely
like?
The La Vida issue, the La Vida section. So there's 4 sections, and La Vida is all about navigating life issues. So there's game time in that. There's relationships. There's a fashion section. That's also where the immigration column resides. But that's really the largest of the 4 sections in our magazine, and the section the kids love the most.
You know what's interesting, Squeeze?
What's that?
People, which is what we say all the time, people are people, kids are kids.
Right.
Okay, what are your kids interested in? What are my kids interested in? The same thing. It doesn't matter where they're from.
Exactly.
It's the same kids with the same concerns. And can you imagine if you're...
That's why I popped that question. She's got kids, I've got kids, you've got kids. So I just wanted to know.
Squeeze, can you imagine you're living here, okay, and maybe you're out of status, or maybe you're a first generation, your kid's out of status, or maybe he's and then you have to literally say, my kid may have to leave this country after going through an education here and not growing up in another country. How are the kids writing about this in your magazine?
Yeah, it's interesting because I'll go back to Jasmine, who was on the cover of our last issue, and so she was brought over the border as a young girl, and when her grandparents died, she and her mom went back to Mexico to go to the funeral, and her mother came back, and she decided she was going to stay in Mexico because she wanted to go to college, and she knew she could not go to college in the United States. This was before DACA was announced. So she decided, I'm going to finish my high school in Mexico then. It was extremely difficult for her to do and extremely expensive. Of course, she scored high in the English language exams and the computer science, but the rest she was lagging behind, and it was very expensive to go to the school that was the best school for her to go to. So then she tried to figure out her way to get back into the United States, and it was a bit of a mess. And finally, she did make it back over after being sent across to Mexico, and then it was dubbed like voluntary departure, so that when she did come back in and DACA was announced, she was eligible. So it's very tricky.
But now she may not have to leave again now.
Well, now she's on the road to citizenship.
She got her green card. Oh, okay, good. Okay, I didn't hear that part.
And she works for a law firm.
Okay, good. All right, so she's good. Okay.
Okay,
good. Squeeze?
Yeah.
Is there a digital version of the magazine?
We have had requests for that, and we do it on a limited basis, only because most of our subscriptions are in bulk to schools, and so we'd have to figure out how that might work if a school were then to subscribe to 1 instead of 500.
Right, because
how that would work funding-wise for us.
I am thinking, and I'm here sitting, and I always let Brad do the lion's share of the questions, and I always read and listen and really think and expound in my own mind and be a little bit enterprising. And I'm sitting here saying that this magazine looks and sounds and feels like it's such a great idea, solid idea, and that it would do even much better if there was a digital app, a version of it out there, where these same young kids, could get the super benefits that you're providing here all throughout the entire United States.
Well, our distribution network is through the schools. So a lot of the schools don't have a Chromebook or a computer in front of each kid, so they're using the hard copy version of it in the schools with the scavenger hunt, the educator toolkit, the writing prompts. So that's how it's used. But we do a lot on social media. I think video and podcasting will be a good realm to reach the students.
So now,
that's what I'm saying,
wait a second.
digitally.
Now I'm thinking about something now.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question for you because she's basically printing. How many magazines you print to 1,200 schools? How many magazines?
Yeah, we have 85,000 readers.
85,000 magazines she's printing out and has to distribute to schools all over. How do you make money doing this? How do you stay in business? How do you print all this?
That's a good question. So we don't print 85,000. There's 85,000 readers, probably about 7 readers per. That's how each teacher has that many classes. But advertisers, so universities, we are their way into the Latino market to secure the relationship, to let the students know about scholarships and successful Latino students in their universities. So those are the success stories we're sharing. Advertisers as subscribers, and then workshops. We go out into the schools and we do motivational workshops. We have motivational speakers, writing workshops, personal development workshops. We're contracted to do summer camp. So all of that goes into the pool, if you will, to create this amazing product for the youth.
How do people subscribe to this? How do they find out more about this? Or maybe they have a child that wants to be involved in writing this as a journalist. How do they reach out to you?
Absolutely. They can find us on our social media platforms. So we're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at Motivos Mag, or they can go to our website and send us an email from there, motivosmag.com.
Jenee, I'll let you have the last word. What do you think what's going on? You're dealing with a lot of immigrants. What do you think? What do you think with all this? What's going on? How do you feel about the kids and everything else?
Well, Motivos is born and bred in Philadelphia. The Eagles just won the Super Bowl. We are the underdogs. That speaks to the power of possibility. And immigrants are underdogs, but there is a ton of possibility. So the power of possibility.
Well, Jenee, I want to make sure I get your name right. Chizick-Aguerro, Motivos magazine. You're distributing it. It's made by kids, for kids. A bilingual magazine, mostly written by first-generation children here in America, many who are on DACA. Great job. Thank you for coming.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Brad. Thank you, Squeeze.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much for being on the show.
All right.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. All right. So that was Jenee Chizick-Aguerro, Motivos magazine. Squeeze with a good business idea for Jenee.
Hey, listen.
All right. You're just the entrepreneur here, right?
That's the reason why I'm an entrepreneur.
Right.
I'm always trying
to always finding the angle.
Yeah.
Always finding the angle.
I like to think that I had something to do with the studio.
You did have something to do with this studio. You did. It was your idea. One day we're doing the radio show. Squeeze goes, "Hey, let's Facebook Live. Let's do it." I said, "Okay." All right. 1-800-529-5465 is the number. Let's go to.
Facebook was not Zuckerberg's idea. You know that.
It was those twins. Zuckerberg stole it. What are the names of those twins?
I don't remember their name.
Right, the Doublemint twins. Do you know they're big into Bitcoin now? They made $1 billion or something in Bitcoin. Yeah. Let's go to Christopher in St. Louis, Missouri.
How you doing today?
What's up?
Good. How are you?
Great. Good. I have a question.
Yes.
I filed for my mom in last year, November, and I only got a receipt in November. How long would it take?
Where's your mom?
For her to get a response.
Where's your mom?
Jamaica.
You should hear. Well, it's only been about 3 or 4 months. You should hear by late spring, and she hopefully should be here by next year. Yeah, late spring.
Okay.
And if you need help, hold on 1 second, okay?
All
right. If I can do that. 1-800-529-5465. We got Femi in Atlanta, Squeeze.
Yeah, let's run them through. And then we got to go back to social media also.
Femi.
I'm coming. Yeah.
How are you?
How you doing?
I'm fine.
What's up?
I'm coming. I'm fine. I'm good.
You good? Squeeze, how are you?
I am wonderful.
I'm doing okay too.
Yeah, so
we're all good. Femi's good. We're all good. Femi, I got a question for us.
Yeah.
What's up?
My wife doesn't want to file with me, my tax, and I want to file for the 10 years. So I want to have, if I file married or separate, will it have an effect on my...
Yes, because one of the things you got to prove is that you're sharing a financial relationship with your wife. If you're filing married, filing separately, you're indicating to the government that you do not have a financial relationship together because you're not sharing in the debts of your taxes. So I would suggest strongly that you do a joint tax return as evidence that you have a financial relationship with your wife.
We must, right?
Nothing is a must in life, Femi.
Absolutely.
Nothing. You do anything you want. Okay, what I'm telling you is that to help you prove that it is a real marriage, how does the government look at a real marriage? Do you live together? Do you have a financial relationship together? So the fact if you file married, filing separately, you're saying I'm not responsible for my husband's taxes and the wife's not responsible. I mean, you're not responsible for her taxes. She's not responsible for your taxes. And therefore, that's one less piece of evidence to say that you have a financial relationship.
Yep.
Got it?
Capiche?
Okay. All right. Hold on if you need help. Let's go to Plainfield, New Jersey. In Plainfield, New Jersey, there's a Mr. Thompson who has a question.
Okay, Mr. Thompson in Plainfield, New Jersey.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'm the same guy that is. I'm going back to Jamaica tomorrow. My father started filing for me in 2010. He passed in 2010 rather. The filing starts from about 2009. So I'd like to know exactly who or how I could go about to continue this file if it can.
Your father passed?
Yes, he passed.
Okay, what family members do you have here in the United States?
I have a uncle by my mom's side, and I have brothers and sisters here.
So brothers
by
and
my
sisters.
dad.
Okay, your brothers and sisters can complete the case for you. You're living in the United States right now in New Jersey. So there's where are you?
No, I'm not living. I'm in New Jersey right now, but I'm on vacation. I'm going back to Jamaica tomorrow.
Okay, you could adjust your status here if you want, if you don't want to leave. How long have you been here?
From January 25th.
Okay. Oh, actually, you wouldn't be able to adjust your status here because your father didn't pay. I take that back. Your father, you had to be physically here when your father passed. So you definitely have to go back anyway. I take that back. Sometimes I'm wrong, but I correct myself very fast.
Yeah,
okay.
I understand.
So you have to do what's called a humanitarian waiver. Your brother or sister has to fill in for the shoes of your father. They have to file for a humanitarian waiver with USCIS. We can assist that. And we got to show that there's some humanitarian reasons why you need to join your brothers and sisters here in America.
Okay, so I could give my sister this number for them to contact
Absolutely.
you, right?
It's the same exact number. Hold on one second, okay? All right, let's go to Louis in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Louis.
Hi, Brad.
What's up?
How are you, sir?
Fabulous. What's going on?
All right, so I have a question.
Yeah.
Asking on behalf of someone. All right, so there's a situation where there was some misunderstanding that included arrest last year.
What was the misunderstanding? What happened and who got arrested?
My friend got arrested.
For what?
All right.
For what?
For a misdemeanor, a simple misdemeanor.
For a lobster.
They said what's that?
Apparently, they just threw a lobster up on the screen. Continue. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's a misdemeanor. And he had an interview this week.
Right.
Went to the interview. They asked him if he has ever been arrested. He said yes. But he has a court case.
What was the misdemeanor for?
What's that?
What was the misdemeanor for? He got arrested, but you're not telling me what the facts are. Why was he
Oh,
arrested?
yeah, it's a simple misdemeanor theft. That's the thing.
You know what? A misdemeanor could be anything. Tell me, was it a theft? Was it
Yeah,
a theft? Okay. Maybe I misunderstood. Okay, so a theft. What happened with the case? Was he found guilty?
No, he has a court date.
Okay.
But he already went. He went today. For the interview. For the immigration interview. The interview came through.
Yep.
And they asked him at the interview if he had ever been arrested. He said yes, he had been.
Right.
But he has a court date. But they said they want to wait on the outcome of the case.
Correct.
To actually finish. So does that bear any weight on him getting a green card?
He will not get a green card till the resolution of this case. They will not.
I hear you.
He will not get a green card until the resolution of this case. Hopefully the case is in. No, they will not, because you have a moral character issues. They don't know what he's going to be found guilty of, because what he's found guilty of will ultimately determine whether or not he's eligible for a green card.
Oh.
All right, so he should speak to an immigration lawyer and have his immigration lawyer speak to a criminal defense attorney who is ever representing him and make sure he doesn't plead guilty to something that would bar him from getting his green card.
So you should not plead guilty, right?
Well, you don't want to go to trial and go to jail for 20 years if that's, the choices. But what you should do is know what your options are.
About to say.
Okay, so what happens? So your options are your criminal defense attorney will eventually come to you and say, this is the best the DA is going to offer. Okay. And then and then the guy's going to say, okay, let me speak to an immigration attorney. Let me speak to Brad and find out if the DA is offering this as the plea deal. What does that do to my immigration? And then Brad will say, yeah, that's okay. Or no, you can't do that, but you can do this. Brad speaks to the criminal defense attorney. Go speak to the DA and say, you know what? This guy deserves a break. Right. If he pleads guilty to A, he's going to get deported. But if he pleads guilty to B, he gets a green card. Maybe the DA wants to see this guy get a green card. He doesn't want to see this guy get deported. You know, so you go back and forth. It's called negotiation. So hold on one second, all right? Let's go to Mr. Watson in Queens. Mr. Watson.
Hello, good night.
How are you?
Mr. Watson.
I'm good, I'm good.
Mr. Watson, I presume.
How are you?
I'm good, man, I'm good.
How many times has anyone ever said to you, Mr. Watson, I presume?
No, Watson.
That's from Sherlock Holmes. Yeah. Okay, go ahead. What's up?
Okay, well, I've been here for 4 years. Yeah. I have a green card.
Uh-huh.
And I recently got me a little baby girl. She's 6 months.
Uh-huh.
So I'm trying to do my citizenship as well, but I'm wondering, could I file for my daughter?
Yes. How old's your daughter?
She's just 6 months.
Where is she?
She's in Jamaica.
Yeah, file for her now, and when you become a citizen, you'll upgrade it, and when she comes to America, she'll become an automatic citizen. So file now.
Yeah.
Okay? All right, because if you don't file for her, she'll never get here.
How would I go about it?
File an I-130. Hold on one second. I'm going to have you come see me. You're in Queens. It's easy for you to come see me. You know who also was Watson, I think? Who? Wasn't that Alexander Graham Bell's assistant Watson? Watson, do you hear me? Wasn't Watson on the other side of the telephone call?
Yeah, I think so. And I think it wasn't Watson a Butler and some sitcom TV too.
And was it a Datsun, the car before the Nissan?
Isn't Watson the IBM
yes.
thingamajig?
Yes. Yeah. And didn't somebody just say the other day when they turned on the TV, what's on?
What's on? That's funny.
I'm trying.
What's on?
I'm trying. What's in? I don't know. What's on? All right. All right, let's go to Mamadou in Brooklyn.
Hello. Hi. Good evening.
How are you, Mamadou?
Yeah, I'm fine. You, sir?
Good. What's up?
Yeah. So I want to ask some questions about my situation.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, my name is Mamadou, so I'm from West Africa, Niger.
Okay.
I enter here with visa F1, student visa. So I currently live with my dad here. So my dad have like green card. So I'm 24 years old. So I want to know how long it may take if he petitions for me.
All right, you came here on a student visa. You are now living with your dad who has a green card. You would like him to file for you. It's about 7 years.
Yes. It may take how many years?
7.
7. So how about if he already put all my document, he already put my document in 2014 in immigration.
When did you come to the United States with your student visa?
2016.
Did the U.S. Embassy know that your dad filed an I-130 for you in 2014? Did you tell them?
I don't know.
Yeah, I would say no. I would say you didn't tell them. I would bet a lot of money you didn't tell them, and they were unaware that your dad had filed for you, because if they knew your dad filed for you, then you wouldn't have gotten the student visa, most likely. Now, now on the application, it says, "Has anyone ever filed for you before?" Do you remember what you wrote on that application, on your visa application?
So my visa is like visa F1 visa, so I'm a student, still going to school, so.
Yeah, but you're not answering my question.
Yeah.
And I'm not on your side, by the way. I'm not on their side. I'm on your side. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. I'm definitely on your side. My issue is that if your dad already filed for you.
So.
If your dad already filed for you, Squeeze is leaving the building. If your dad, where are you going, Squeeze? You just left. He has to go to the bathroom, maybe. I don't know where he went. So if your dad already filed for you, then
I go to the bathroom.
And you got a student visa, and the government didn't know it, but you have another issue. You have a totally other issue.
In 2014, so he already gave all our documents, my document, and for my sister and my.
Okay, you're not even answering. We're not having the same conversation here. What I'm saying to you is, you may have a problem before we get into will you get a green card or not. And the problem is that did the government know, when the U.S. Embassy know, when you got your student visa in 2014 that your dad filed for you? And my guess is they didn't, because if they did, you wouldn't have gotten your visa, because a student visa has a non-immigrant intent. So before we say any more, before you do any more, before you stick your foot in your mouth, hold on and come see me, okay? All right, 1-800-529-5465. Let's find Patrice in our social media room. Patrice.
Yes, yes, yes.
Patrice.
Yes.
How are you? We have now been where? Hello.
Hello, Brad.
Okay, we have been joined. Where Invisible Squeeze has joined us. Where's Invisible Squeeze?
Invisible Squeeze? Where's Invisible Squeeze?
Little Squeeze or Invisible
Hey!
Squeeze? I'm sure Invisible Squeeze is just keeping Squeeze's seat warm. He'll be back in a minute. All right, let's go. Immigration questions. Let's go.
All right, let's do this. So Jada Humphrey from YouTube asks, I got my permanent resident card. I want to travel while my 3 kids are here waiting for their work authorization. Is it okay to travel before they get approval? They did their biometric in January, and the work authorization green card was filed in November 2017.
If they have an advance parole, they can travel.
If they have an advance parole, they can travel. Alrighty. Olive Cloud, hi Brad. I have a friend whose interview date came. The couple went, but the lawyer didn't show up. They asked for a new date. Will this be a problem? And how long will it take for them to get a new date?
The couple went, but the lawyer didn't show up. They got to go for the interview whether the lawyer shows up or not. So they may be denied for not moving forward. That's a problem.
Oh.
They need to come see me.
Yeah,
You hire a lawyer, the lawyer doesn't show up. Unfortunately, you still got to go forward on the interview.
Tamara Bonnie, hi Brad. Hi Brad, is there a backlog at New York field office for marriage-based applications?
Yes, it's about 9-10 months. Squeeze, just walk right through the cameras. Just walk right through, Squeeze. There he goes. There he goes. There he goes. Bye-bye. Don't sit on, don't. Up, he's leaving again. Up, he's closing the door. No, he's coming back now. He's coming back. There he is. There he is. Watch out. Wait. Invisible Squeeze. Ah! You just killed Invisible Squeeze.
Yeah, bummer.
Oh, no.
The Invisible Squeeze is gone. He's done.
No.
He's gone.
Anyways, good to have Patrice back.
All right, let's continue. Poor Invisible Squeeze.
All right. Okay. Ada Sandy, do you stand a chance if you were stopped at the border by immigration, but was able to come here with someone's document? Is there any waiver given?
No. Well, yeah, there's a waiver for misrepresentation. There's a waiver for deportation. So, yes, it's possible. Patrice is like, no way. You were shaking like, no way. Like, no, it's possible. I mean,
I learn something every time, but okay.
Okay.
Shauna Walters, if you're married from October of 2016, how soon will you be going for your interview?
If you're married to someone in 2016, you should be going for your interview now if you actually did it right. I don't know what you did.
Just
Bino.
What? To turn my microphone back on.
Ah, okay. Continue.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Wait. Everyone, Squeeze.
Mm-hmm.
There he is.
Yeah,
there you are.
I am.
There he is.
This is me.
This is Squeeze.
Yep. But we can get back to the questions.
Let's go back to the questions now. Okay.
All right. Bino Lessa, after filing an adjustment of status, how long will it take for an individual to receive a work authorization?
About 4 months.
Evroy Lewis, hi Brad and Squeeze. I'm asking a question on behalf of a friend. Okay, just bear with me on this one. He has a court date coming up this month, but he had an interview today and it was good. His friend found a cell phone and was waiting for someone to call it, but instead of calling, they reported it stolen, and my friend was arrested after waiting for a court date for a misdemeanor.
All right, wait a second. He found a cell phone and was waiting for somebody to call it so he could return it, but then he got arrested for stealing it. Is that basically what happened?
That's
If this happened in New York, he needs Paul Hirsch and David Moreno. That's what he needs. It sounds like a stupid story that you shouldn't be getting arrested for or going to jail for. All right, let's continue.
Okay, we're continuing. Katrina Daniel. A lady from the Philippines lives in TN. She married a U.S. citizen in Tennessee. She married a U.S. citizen in the Philippines about 30 years ago. He was in the service. They came to the U.S. and had 2 children, now adults, and they are now divorced, but she never got her green card. She's been working in the United States for all those years, paying taxes.
Let the children file for her. The children are U.S. citizens. She can get a green card right away.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry to interrupt. We're trying to get through the questions. Okay.
Absolutely.
We can certainly help her.
Absolutely. Sophia Allen. I have a friend, her mother was filing for her and she stopped. She is still in the U.S., but the filing had stopped. What can she do? Because she's trying to get a visa, but they turned her down. What can she do?
Why did they turn her down for the visa?
They don't say. It just says, I have a friend, her mother was filing for her and she stopped. She is still in the U.S., but the filing stopped. What can she do? There's no explanation as to why.
I have no idea what the hell she's talking about. What she should do is call a really good lawyer by the name of Brad Bernstein at 1-800-529-5465.
All right, Sophia.
Yeah, call me and then I'll get to the friend. Let the friend come in and speak to me. I'll get the whole story from the friend and tell the friend what to do.
Gotcha. Kim Edwards, hi. So can you get your state ID when you get your working permit, or do you use your passport?
No, you use your passport, you use your work permit, and you go get a social security number first. And then with the social security number, you take your work permit and social and get the state ID.
Okay. Dwight Donaldson, I got married last January. My wife filed an I-485, 130 in April 2017. Biometrics done about 2 months later, and we are still waiting. There should be no issues. I'm in a true marriage, and we have a child. Why do you think it's taking so long?
Because everybody's taking really long. Just because you believe you're in a real marriage, everybody presumably is filing is in a real marriage. Many people have children together. You are waiting in line behind the person who filed the day before. And the person who filed the day before is in line behind the person who filed 2 days before. And there's a lot of people filing. And Donald Trump is calling immigration saying, slow everything down. Okay? This is all a result of Donald Trump and the Republican Party and what's going on in the Department of Homeland Security purposely slowing things down.
Sabrina Blessings. My brother has a 10-year visa. Had a 10-year visa in 2013. He was banned for 5 years, but the ban is up this year. What can he do?
Why was he banned for 5 years?
It does not say. Sabrina does not say.
Sabrina, have the brother call me and let's get to the bottom of this.
Please call, Sabrina. Right. Please call.
Sabrina, Jacqueline call 1-800-529-5465. Very important number to call.
Jacqueline Williams. Yes. Can I go? Okay. How long will it take for a father to file for his sons and daughters out of the U.S.? Jacqueline wants to know.
The sons and daughters over 21, 7 years. If they're married and is a citizen, 15 years. If they're under 21, a citizen is a year, a permanent residence 2 years. There's a lot of questions. Again, folks, because we want to help people. It's not like we don't want to help people.
Right.
Tell us country, ages. Give us a little information to go on. I'm not as good as I am. Sometimes I'm a good mind reader. Sometimes I'm not. Let's continue.
And Karen Forbes, if you are being filed for all your paperwork, and you get detained by ICE, what should you do?
Call me immediately. All right? It's like saying, I got arrested. What should I do?
Right.
Right. When you get arrested, you shut the hell up and you call a good lawyer. It's the same thing with ICE.
That's a good idea.
Okay? Shut up and call a lawyer. That's what you do. Correct.
Shine Williams, after submitting the additional documents that USCIS requested, how long after will there be an interview?
What are you doing, Sean? I mean...
Sean Williams.
Sean Williams. Is this a citizenship? Is this a green card? I don't even know what he's doing. How long of an interview? An I-751? Okay, so Jill says it's an I-751. If it's an I-751, then you're going to be, after you got the RFE, you're either going to get an approval or get an interview a few months later.
Okay, and that looks like
it.
Looks like it.
Okay, Squeeze. So quickly, before we leave, we had the opportunity to speak to Paul Hirsch, if we have that available.
Right.
He's our criminal defense attorney here at Spar and Bernstein. I want to talk a little bit about criminal defense and see what Paul Hirsch and I had to say.
Sounds like a plan.
It's about...
Hello, dude.
Hello, sir. So
I heard you made history.
Say that again?
I heard that you made history.
And what history did I make?
You were the first man to give birth to a baby born in December 2018. Okay? And
2017.
2017. What did
Yes.
20...
No,
2017. All right, so how did you accomplish that feat, sir?
Yes, because we see in our notes here that Paul Hirsch had a baby.
Yes.
I did. Yes, had a baby.
Congratulations.
I appreciate that. Modern science these days, they'll do wonders. It was actually my wife had the baby.
Yes, congratulations. What is the name? Healthy?
Julian Lewis Hirsch. Everyone is
Julian. There he is. Look. No, that's Oscar. That can't be
Oscar.
Julian.
That's Oscar holding the baby.
Oh, I see the baby now.
Yeah, that's Oscar holding.
I know Oscar.
That's Oscar holding Julian.
I see. I didn't see the baby there. I just saw the big blonde,
Yes.
So cute.
He gets his hair from me.
So cute.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, so in any event, you are a former, there he is, born December 19, 2018. It's amazing in the future. This is like Arnold Schwarzenegger in The Terminator.
Yeah.
So,
but seriously, I want to say congratulations, man.
Thank you. To be clear, though, it's 2017. It's important for tax
purposes, yes.
That it's 2017.
So Paul's a former district attorney in Brooklyn. And in Manhattan and Brooklyn, they announced yesterday that their offices are no longer going to seek bail for most non-felony cases. It's a huge development in criminal justice. Yeah. You want to talk about it a little bit? Why give bail in the first place, and why is this a big development?
Well, bail was essentially a vehicle to ensure that people return to court. What in reality it did was it forced poor people and people of color who couldn't afford to pay that bail to be stuck in jail while their minor cases slowly ratcheted through the criminal justice system.
So basically, go ahead.
So basically, they were jailing people before they were found guilty of a crime.
And people stayed in jail for years. And I know you as a former district attorney, because this is your job. You know what? They can't afford bail. They're sitting in jail. They're going to end up pleading guilty to something, even if they may not be guilty. But it's not your job whether they're guilty or not. The district attorney's job is get the guilty plea. Right?
Correct. I mean, if the judge set bail and they want to take a plea and admit their guilt, that's on them.
That's your job.
The problem was, people were taking pleas because they were getting out of jail faster than if they fought their case.
Now New Jersey eliminated it about a year ago, right?
Right, they did.
Right? So what happened in Jersey? I mean, I assume we'll see the same thing in New York. What happened in Jersey?
Did they see a change in their prison population after they got rid of the bail?
There are just more processes involved. There's more personal guarantees. There are more, hey, if you don't show up to jail, if you don't show up to court, you owe a certain amount of money, things of that nature. So there's punishments and repercussions for not showing up, as opposed to losing $300 or whatever.
Right. So in other words, the punishment happens after you don't show up to bail,
Correct.
not pay us to get out of jail.
Correct.
All right. And how is this going to affect?
It's a big reform. It's a big deal. It affects a lot of people, and you'll see a big change in how low-level cases are prosecuted in the city.
I was just going to ask you how it's going to affect your clients.
Yeah. They'll look, now they have an ability to assist their defense from the outside where it's meaningful, where we can track down witnesses and visit crime scenes and review documents. It's very difficult to do that when your clients are locked up at Rikers Island.
But you know what I'm thinking? Sorry to interrupt here, Brad. And I want everybody out there right now, if you're watching us on Facebook, please share this, because this is a criminal defense area. And I know a lot of people out there saying, I'm not going to get in trouble with the law. You never know. Sometimes trouble come looking for you. And this is a good criminal defense attorney we have here at Spar and Bernstein. But I want to ask you something. Why was bail originally created? Many believe, in my opinion and others, that it was literally created to oppress the poor.
And it very well might have been, and it probably was. I mean, how else do you ensure someone comes to court? Unless you're going to unless you're going to put some type of
No. What Squeeze is saying is that he feels it was put in place to affect the poor.
Yeah,
because whether you're rich or poor, you got the same bail.
Exactly.
I mean,
Thank you for clarifying.
That's the point. There was no really, they're supposed to, I guess, at some level, determine somebody's ability to pay bail. But for the most part, bail in our country, whether you are a millionaire or you are penniless, for the most part, certainly on minor crimes, you were getting the same bail.
Exactly. For example, the guy in the Bronx and the guy in Long Island or the guy in Greenwich, okay?
It was clearly discriminatory.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I believe
it was a discriminatory practice for years that was nodded at and okayed, and thankfully the district attorneys have been strong enough to step up and say we're not going to do it anymore.
Governor Cuomo, I have his quote here. He says,
"Wealth stay in jail."
He says for so long. Governor Cuomo says here, wealth should not be a factor in our criminal justice system. The Bronx DA, they're not doing it yet. I'm not sure why. But he says the Bronx DA says he supports bail reform. Richard Brown, the longtime Queens DA, he says our policy has been to seek bail when the defendant's history and the circumstances of the case warrant it.
Huh? Yeah, that's Queens gobbledygook.
Huh?
Come
on, exactly. Queens. You can do better. You can do better than that, Queens.
Perpetuate the discrimination.
Right. Yeah. Now, you remember, what was the name of the guy, the young kid? All right, this all came about, if you remember, that Khalif Brown, back in 2000, this was what was his name?
Browder.
Right, Browder. He was a kid, and maybe you remember this, Squeeze. You remember this story. He was a kid who was arrested, and I don't remember what it was for. There he is. It was a minor theft offense. His parents, it was a $3,000 bail. His parents couldn't afford $3,000. He sat in jail for over 2.5 years, and there's like all sorts of videos of him getting beat up and having issues with the guards and put in solitary confinement. Never found guilty of a crime. It was never found guilty of a crime, and then he was so screwed up from all of this after he was not found guilty and sat in jail for 2.5 years that he committed suicide. Paul, we had a case where we took over just recently where a guy was in jail for almost 9 years, right? Or 8 years. What was that? David handled it recently. He was in jail for a long time, many, many years. We didn't handle the case. He was charged with a murder or something. And he couldn't get out on bail, was never found guilty of anything. They pushed off this case for 7 to 8 years. He sat in jail, charged with a serious offense, never was found guilty of anything, and then we eventually took over. I mean, it was such a travesty, okay, to sit in jail and not be found guilty of anything, and then finally he pled guilty to time served just so we can get him out.
Yeah, it was a mistrial.
Right.
So he was in
with that bail
what?
crap.
What?
I said it just makes me angry reading all of this and hearing what Paul is saying based on what the system have been doing for years.
Yeah.
Okay. It's outright discrimination.
It is
outright discrimination.
It's another reason why you should hire an attorney immediately and as soon as possible.
Do you think, Squeeze, if they did bail, okay, based on a percentage of your income, okay, and some white Wall Street dude, okay, who gets pulled over for a DWI, gets brought down to jail, and the judge says, guess what? Your bail is 20% of your income or 30% of your income, and this guy makes $3 million, and now this guy has to put up $1 million to get out of jail. Do you know how fast bail reform would be? Okay, and then you have this poor black kid, and you say to him, okay, it's 30% of your income. Well, I don't make any money. Well, then guess what? You have zero bail.
My sentiments.
You owe me $10.
You owe me $10.
My sentiments, exactly.
Right? So, I mean, that's ridiculous.
It is.
Yeah, it was clearly a bad discriminatory practice that needed to be changed, and thankfully it's being changed.
I don't believe that it took all the way to 2018 to do it, and I still can't believe that in the city of New York, or anywhere in the country, but certainly in the city of New York where we practice law, that there's counties that still do it.
You know what?
It's archaic, and even when you're within the system to actually pay the bail, it's a forever process. They do not make it friendly. It has to be done in cash. It has to be done immediately, and when you see the judge. Otherwise, you can sit in jail for 2-3 days while you wait to get out, even if you post bail.
And then guess what? If you're an immigrant, after you post bail, you got to go to immigration and post bail a second time, and immigration's not even a criminal case. And then you sit in a criminal jail as a non-criminal who's never been found guilty of anything for 6, 9, 12 months because you can't afford the bail because you're an illegal alien and they pay you $2 an hour.
Let me give out the number.
So
all
ridiculous.
Right? I just want to say, Paul Hirsch, thanks a lot for coming on the show, man, because this is extremely important, this segment right here. And we want people to actually just spread the word about Paul Hirsch, a good criminal defense attorney here at the law offices of Spahn Bernstein. I'm about to give out the number. Just by show, everyone who thinks that what it is that we're speaking about is extremely important, please dial the number so that we know that you're truly saving the number. Maybe not for yourself, but to pass it on to someone else. Dial the number, let it ring for 10 seconds so we know you're truly calling. And then you can hang up so we know you're saving. The number to call.
And why they're saving it is because you never know when you're going to get arrested.
Exactly.
Okay? Right. And crazy stuff happens every day, and you have a good lawyer saved in your phone when you get arrested. We've had people call us from the side of the road before they even got to the police station that we were meeting them there at the police station.
Right. And I've been able to arrange to have a bail bondsman in court when you first see a judge because you've made that phone call.
But you don't need it for Brooklyn and New York on minor offenses anymore, thank you.
On minor offenses.
1-800.
Unfortunately, we don't only get phone calls from
and we're not condoning misdemeanors. We're just saying that you have rights, and it should be fair across all ethnicities, across all finance.
If you want to do bail, I think bail should be based on a percentage of your income, because if you're going to say to a poor black kid it's $3,000, okay, and then you're gonna tell Harvey Weinstein, okay, some big fat, rich cat who puts his hands on people. It's the same $3,000. $3,000 doesn't mean anything to Weinstein. He's out in 2 seconds. There was absolutely no meaning behind that. But to the poor black kid who has no money, he sits in jail for 2 years.
1-800-529-5465. Do me a favor, dial a number and save it. Let it ring for 10 seconds so we know that you're participating and you're sharing a number. Maybe for yourself, you never know when you're going to get arrested, and also to share it with other people when they have a run-in with the law.
Everybody's yelling, I'm yelling.
1-800-529-5465. There's nothing wrong with yelling.
I get excited.
But there's absolutely nothing wrong with yelling.
Excited.
I've been doing it for years.
I get excited, Squeeze.
I like yelling because it implores people.
Yes.
All right? 1-800-529-5465.
All right, last call of the night. Nikisha from the Bronx. Nikisha.
Hi, Brad.
Hi, what's happening?
Good. Okay. So my husband is a client with you guys. He's doing his citizenship, but I overstayed. So how long, if he put in my papers now, how long do you think I'll...
Assuming he's going to be a citizen in the next 6 months or whatever, and you put in your papers now, you should have a green card within a year.
Okay.
All right? Hang in there.
Right.
Hang in there.
Thank
Come see
you.
me.
Hang in there.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right. So we're going to have to end it. All of a sudden, 100 people are calling against Squeeze. We can keep doing this until midnight, answering immigration questions. But we're going to be back tomorrow at 5:30 with more Brad and Squeeze. Promise you, we'll be here. Correct?
Yeah, we'll be here.
We will be here.
Yep.
Live. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
I'll be in Jamaica this weekend. Anybody want to join me at Fiction?
I will be here in New York still.
Good.
Tell everybody to tell a friend to watch us. Please share with everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.
And let me just say this much before we go.
Before you go.
I want to make it this formal because this is what I'm all about. Once again, this is a very serious show, and we seriously want for everyone that's out there to actually please share the show with your friends. Tell them about it. Tell them to get on Facebook. If they don't have Facebook accounts, tell them to subscribe. It's a great show. It's a wonderful show. A lot of time and money, sweat, blood, and tears. I don't know about the blood part. But yeah, some blood went into it. And tears to put this all together to help a lot of people. And we truly believe in the American dream. It is still the greatest country in the world. All right?
I have one other thing to say.
That's it.
Happy birthday to Bob Marley. One love, Squeeze.
One love. I did all Bob Marley today on my show. The team Squeeze and Brad Squad listened.
Yes.
A lot of them listened. Even my Dukes hit me up.
Yeah.
Candy hit me up the other day. So they all believe in the whole.
I believe in one love.
Yeah, one love.
All right.
Okay, and much respect to all the people going to SOBs tonight for the Bob Marley party.
Tribute party?
Yeah, tribute party.
Are they having a tribute band?
Yeah, at SOBs.
At SOBs. All right. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
The proceeding was informational only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spahn Bernstein Law Firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easily remembered, 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spahn Bernstein located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spahn and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465.